Hello. How are we doing? Unfortunately, I missed the match I had want to cast because of the issues that were going on with the stream and everything. So they got started and I didn't realize it. Yeah, so we don't really have anything to cast right now. Actually, everyone's just started. I've been trying to figure out the stream issues that have been ongoing. It seems like the Twitch server I was connected to just died. Just as we were about to start, just as I was doing check-ins, and then when I was doing the seeding, it turns out that the when I was doing the seeding, the freaking challenge page died, so it's just been miserable on a day that's already going to be kind of a little bit of a whatever Monday Cup. GSL qualifiers on. Could have picked any day of the week, but they chose Monday. So GSL qualifiers won, so I pushed us to an hour later, just because last time GSL qualifiers won, like 2 weeks ago, it legitimately took about... I want to say it legitimately took like 4 hours for the whole thing to finish. Today they're not even halfway through, so we're missing pretty much we're missing the majority of our players. GSL is also just an online tournament nowadays, so it's not just the Koreans that are missing, a bunch of the Europeans are playing GSL qualifiers, because the only offline part of GSL is if you make top 4, so you not actually need to be... you can just play the rest just online, no problem and stuff, so... Yeah, TLDR today seems to be a day. It's not going to be the best one to get, which is very unfortunate because I actually have sponsorship stuff to do today. And I feel like with the lack of players and stuff, it's probably not going to be a good viewership day. So, just kind of not a good day is where we're at right now. But we'll hopefully get some games soon. Hopefully be able to get to start up and enjoy some action. It's just going to be a little bit while of waiting because, like I say, the match I wanted to cast, the match that was looking good to start without us. So I am going to sit here and wait for other stuff to become available, basically. That is where we are at. Heroes signed up. I just don't think Hero's going to actually be able to play because he has to play GSL. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's playing a GSL match as we speak. So, yeah. It's a thing for sure. It is a thing for sure. So yeah, that's how my morning's gone. Unfortunately, just not going to be the greatest of Monday Cups, but like I say, such is life. So yeah, I'm not sure what we're really going to jump into, but hopefully we can get something started in a few moments. Get this on the way, get this started up and see what'll happen. GSL isn't until next week. GSL qualifiers are today for season 2. It's the same as last year. Remember last year when they shoved 2 GSL seasons within like 4 weeks of each other? It's the same again this year. So it's qualifiers today, and then the playoffs for season 1 are on Sunday or something, and then GSL starts again next week. Yeah, it's yeah. But like I say, I really didn't think these qualifiers were going to take that long because they had qualifiers 2 weeks ago, and I legitimately remember thinking, I was like, man, this would have been fine for me to stream, actually. I just start an hour later. And that's what we did, and alas, alas, it's turned into what I think is going to be a bit of a little bit of a one-sided cup, if I'm honest. I'm pretty sure it's going to be MaxPax versus not even quite the world, but yeah. All good, it happens. It happens. I just don't know why they ran it on a Monday as well. Like the last GSL qualifiers were on like Tuesday or something, or Wednesday. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why it had to be a Monday this time, but such is life, I guess. Such is life. So yeah, we'll be getting to work soon. Just waiting for a match, I guess, and we'll hopefully be able to start, get underway and everything. I just need to get my admin account online as well, because it's walkover time in a moment, so we're just going to chill, get into this. And got some Monday Cup action. Like I say, I kind of wanted to go Nikoract versus Rex, so they just are still getting organized and they got started really quickly. Those two guys are just too efficient. Just too efficient, unfortunately. Kind of well, I didn't realize anyone is allowed to partake in GSL. It's actually, you don't even have to be in Korea anymore. Like before you had to be in Korea to partake, even when there was online stuff. Now it's literally just it is legitimately just an online tournament. Which I feel like a lot of people didn't realize, otherwise we probably would have seen more signups to it. Yeah. It's legit just online apart from semifinals and finals. So, Nikoract Rex are going to have a second map coming up, so maybe we can hop into this and cast some of this. Nikoract is 1-0 against Rex. Alright, let's jump into game 2 of this one and we can get this ready to go. And kick off into the second map of this series. Can we get Sebestas versus Hino? They already started like 10 minutes ago. They told me they were going EU, and I was still in NA trying to organize and seed and stuff. Well, not seed, but I was meant to finish seeding already, and then the seeding took forever, and it was just a thing. It was just a thing. Alright, so Nikoract is up 1 in this best of 3. So they didn't play a super long game. This is what I wanted to get into to start us off at least. As we are going to have in the bottom right, the Red Terran player Nikoract is going to be in the bottom corner here, and looking to play against the Blue Zerg in the top left corner of the map. We're going to have ourselves Rex. Alright, so drone Harak's coming through. Just going to see the refinery coming up in the main base as well. So bringing that over for a couple of moments as we have ourselves the first overload of the game from Rex starting to head out onto the map. So just going to be coming across for a couple moments, coming off to the bottom side. And away we go over there for a little bit. Again, had to get some pool. Let's continue to come about, so just get that settled. We're gonna have the Reaper on the way. The SCV, the orbital coming about. Just gonna be seeing that Reaper is starting to produce through for a little bit. The SCV, one on the low ground already, nibbles up some minerals. Just gonna see this one gonna leave onto the map as well. And let's just have the orbital command, the command center, hatch in the pool. Again, little bits of everything coming up for the moment. So the SCV gets into the natural. Again, a little look to see just what's going on for a few moments. Check what's up. Gold Queens and Lings will continue to produce through. Command centers build on the natural expansion as well. Again, Queens, that Ling speed, and everything else coming online. The factory just builds up over in the main base. Just going to be bringing that online. The SCV at the front, chased away by a couple of Zerglings. The Reaper gets over there to chase those Lings back, and we can drop a grenade to keep the drones bopped around for a little bit. Reaper will continue to come through. Again, a couple of Queens, the Ling speed all coming over. Just for a few moments. Reaper actually gets a drone early, which is already a very good, strong starting point. As the Wings get up into the main base, chase this Reaper down. And a couple command centers coming up on the other side, so bringing a couple CCs up, getting that underway. It's going to be seeing a few Lings going to nibble onto the rocks for a few moments here and just open up this space a little. Again, a couple of drones coming about. The Queen is going to back, Reaper, sorry, is going to back away from the Queen. Just a couple seconds as well, so backing away from this. Hatchery gets to come down into the third location, and this Reaper obviously still pretty happy. 2 kills on it so far. You know, you get your drone and a Ling early in the game. We're going to be feeling pretty good about things. Just going to see this Reaper going to go after the creep chamber for a couple of moments. So a few drones coming about. The Queen, the Ling speed coming over. Just going to be seeing the creep still coming around as well. Just having the Reaper is going to get pushed back around into the center. Queens coming about. That Reaper already hurting a little. Just away for the moment. Just recuperating as we have the Hellions and the Reaper together. We'll gather back up. See what they're going to do. And the Lings and the Link Speed will be coming about also. Couple Queens again gathering together, and we do have the Hellions still looking for that chance to potentially get into the front. Just going to poke out those Queens. Creep Jimmer going to force this creep spread forward as well. Reaper and the Hellion will continue to fight and trade. The couple Queens continue to take a couple more shots. Again, drones in the Extracting Company coming up as well. Let's continue to bring that through already. Now we're going to see the extra refinery and reactor coming about. The units, the Hellions, the Reaper head back down to the bottom sides, just pulling back over in that direction. So got a Spire coming up. Extra drones on the way too, so Rex going to try and play into Mutalisks in this game, which should make this pretty fun, in fact. And a couple of depots will be coming up the front here initially. As you can see, another depot coming down. Again, those Hellions all joined together at the front. The few SCVs going to nibble at them for a little bit, so just repairing up the Hellions for a little while. We'll see the Hellions and the Reaper starting to make a little bit of move out across the map just for a couple of seconds. So away we go. Hellions, the Reaper, out to the upper side. Away we start. Just trying to keep a bit of pressure up against Spire. Is about to finish the Bane Nest coming through. The double medevac already continue to boost across towards the upper left-hand side as well. The 1-1 upgrades, the combat shield continue to come about just for a little bit. So again, bringing that straight over just for the moment. Drones, Banes coming around again, 1-1 upgrades, and the combat shield coming online as well. So again, we bring a lot of that just straight into play. Marines now unloading. We get ready for this push in from Nikoract on the left onto this third. I mean, we've got Banes. We do not have speed. So a little bit of this will come down to target firing. We'll see how well we can trade here as Nikoract looks to come around this direction. A couple Queens already stepping forward. The Ling Bane ready to maybe try and come in and deal some of this damage. The Queen step back a little bit. The couple meters already popping out and going over the right-hand side. A third command center has dropped down into position as well. Just going to see those Hellions still poking at the front already and putting some damage out. The meters are going to get to go across the map, though. Nikoract has not really pushed into this. He's not really given a reason for those meters to stay at home. If anything, he's given them a reason to come across the map because these units are on the map and meters aren't going to help much in a straight-up fight. So this might force these units back, especially if they're not, committing to it. They're getting rid of a lot of creep spread in fairness, but these meters are going to go completely unchecked into the main mineral line. SCVs will begin to drop, and that is going to be damage dealt already. As you see, multiple workers going down very quickly. So we have 6 workers just to start us off, now into the third base, but it's going to be Marines there, so Rex, despite a successful start with the meters, is going to get turned around pretty quickly too. It's going to be pushed away from that one for now. Meters flying back in. I'm just going to be continuing over. Marine's going to be there once again. A couple more shots going off, nothing too crazy. Again, tank 1-1 upgrades all coming about. The meters still flapping around. Missile turret going to get a few more shots off, so those meters take a bit more damage. Again, we have the +1 flyer attack upgrade continue to come around as well. Siege tank, Marines, and the armory will continue to build. So again, just getting a lot of that coming through for the moment. Just having the Lings over around the top side. Marines, Hellions, tanks, and the Marines continue to go across for the moment. Just going to see the couple Hellions morph into Hellbats already. So we have the Hellbats already going to get through onto the Creep Tumors, so we get a couple of those Creep Tumors straight away. Taking a few shots of damage. The Mutiling is just going to run straight across to the bottom. And run straight through over here. The Ling Muta going to turn back up onto the third base. Doing see the cancel on this hatchery on the left-hand side already. So that goes down. Just again, just going to really rely on the counterattack here as Rex to try and make something happen as the Mutas continue to be shot at. Missile turret doing its job for the moment. Over here, the Banes are going to come crashing in. The Marines going down. A couple of tanks will be firing up a few returning shots. So again, 11 SCVs going down just for now. Again, the rest of the Ling Banes still coming about. The Marines and the tanks will continue over. We're just going to be seeing the Marines still pushing up for a couple of moments. Just going to see the Ling Bane Muta continues to push in. Again, the couple of Banes going to continue to try and connect. The Mutas jump on top of the siege tank. That's going to go down. The other Marines are going to be coming up. And again, just pushing through. The Ling Bane is going to continue back around. The Queen's going to be there, just having the TG upgrades continue around as well. Well, Queen's still stepping through. And are going to be seeing the meters are going to show up, and we are going to jump on top of the tank. The Nikoract supply is a little bit too high, and he is looking pretty deadly in this opening game, in this opening series. GG is called. Rex gets knocked down into the caster roll, and Nikoract will take the first matchup of the day. Geralt Percival maybe about to start, or has it already started? Yeah, maybe Geralt Percival about to go is what we can jump into. Probably makes the most sense. So I think we'll go Geralt versus Percival here in a few moments. I see them waiting to get started. So at least I see Percival waiting to get started. Geralt not on the line. So if Geralt does show up, we'll go Geralt Percival. And that will be what we work towards at the moment, guys. So that's where we currently are at. Early business. GSL's on the 17th. Yeah, GSL, sorry, so yes, GSL Finals is on the 17th, but the GSL qualifiers are today. Which just sucks for running a Monday Cup, because obviously everyone's playing in such things, so yeah, it's not really ideal. There's not really much we can do about it. Just sucks that they picked a Monday, to be honest. Never lucky. Never lucky. Cosmigo working your way back to 130. No, what happened? Sad. Thank you so much for the 20 stream watch streak on the way back. I didn't realize you lost your streak. Brutal. Alright, Geralt's online, so it should be Geralt versus Percival for us in a few moments' time. We'll get into that TVP in the round of 16, and then we'll just see what we are looking at after that in terms of the next rounds as well. And just kind of follow through from there. Cool. Yo, what's up, Kalov? How you doing, mate? Thank you so much for the 59-month resub. Next month is a biggie. Hell yeah, 5 freaking years. It's really crazy to see that one coming up. So many people hitting those 5-year resubs is pretty wild at the moment. Geralt is coming about. Just going to be seeing the setup going through. Percival and Geralt should be videoing in, hence we should be able to get this going. Like I say, a couple minutes or so, something along those lines. Down payment for 5 years of StarCraft, yeah. Crazy business. You guys think we'll still be casting StarCraft in 5 years? It's kind of crazy because you think about where the things were at like 5 years ago. 2021, just coming out of COVID, starting to get like actual live events again. Feels like we're so far removed from that right now, but then I still really believe in the fact that we'll just keep on running StarCraft stuff. Like, just game's still fun. Kind of a little bit scary to think about, I guess, but yeah, the game is still fun and you guys still enjoy watching it. I don't see why I wouldn't be here watching. Five years ago, there's still time. Yeah. Yeah, last 5 years of StarCraft very surreal. It's funny because 2020 and just COVID was when I started getting hired for like events. Like, I did before 2020. I'd only ever done like 2 big events. I did Shanghai IEM in 2017, and I did 1 WCS stop in Leipzig in 2018. Like, that was it. Otherwise, I just did like WSG, like the tournaments that usually had like studio broadcasts, or sometimes went to the venue and stuff, but they weren't like the premier tournaments, you know. It was 2020 where I did Katowice, and after that, I kind of got hired for everything. So it's kind of crazy because to me, it's like those 5 years are so different from the 5 years before. Now we're entering an era where there isn't any events to get hired for. And so we're just here grinding out the Wardy Cups, trying to make as much stuff happen as we can in this regard. So yeah, Yeah. You remember reading a Reddit about best SC2 casters to watch and how that's how you found the stream? That's wild. Yeah, I was I'd say I still am very unpopular on Reddit actually. I'm an easy person to hate. I'm boring. I'm not excited all the time. There's a lot of easy criticisms to make. But alas, we are still here, and I bet most of the haters, well, not all the haters have moved on, but I bet a lot of the haters have moved on, so who really won? Ha! Ha ha ha. I don't know why I'm laughing. Sometimes Woody is my second favorite caster, yeah. Yeah, what's up, Zybeg? How you doing, mate? Thank you for the 41-month resub. Happy Monday to you as well. Thank you so much for resubscribing. Percival going to drop us into Old Republic for this next map. And for our first game of this second series that we're going to cast today, going to jump into this PvT, Percival versus Geralt. In just a second, we're in the lobby. Should be ready to go. Should be kicking off in just a few moments and getting this all set and ready to rumble. As Percival, I feel like Percival said ready, and then Geralt started the lobby, and then Percival just left. So I don't know if that was just a misclick or so, but hopefully we get this sorted. We can get this underway in a couple of moments, guys. Get Percival back in here. Get this TVP ready to rumble. Alright, let's swap out the WardiTV logos as well. Let's get the Monday's logo up. It's a Monday. We have no 2026 stuff until we figure out when the Spring Championship's going to start. Working on that, of course. Like I say, it's kind of an odd week because I'm kind of waiting on an event to be confirmed. I have the initial prize money for it. It's not on me to announce it and stuff, so it's like a little bit, yeah. A little bit funky. As we have in the top right hand side, the red Protoss play. This is going to be Geralt to start us off in a fresh best of 3. He takes on the blue Terran in the bottom left. This is going to be Percival. Do I have a runny nose? Nope. Do I sound ill? I'm ill because I'm peed off about the GSL qualifiers, honestly. Like if I sound, I'm sounding dismal because I'm annoyed about the GSL qualifiers, and until we get a bit deeper into the StarCraft 2, it's still on my mind. So I'm just, don't mind me. I'm just moping. I'm just being mildly negative. Or I'm just feeling mildly negative. Not a big deal. Not a big thing. Just that's where I'm at. Percival in the bottom left, Geralt in the upper right. Let's see what happens as we have ourselves the first few moments of getting set up. Gateway is being produced. The barracks is coming down on the front door. And we do have a little probe coming across the map here from Geralt as well, heading to the bottom left for the moment. Gets you gonna be a mild annoyance by nibbling at the command center STV. Also kind of blocked the CC a little bit, so it's a bit out of position. That's something we'll have to handle and deal with here in a few moments. Let's bring this about for a little bit, so make our way across for a few seconds. Just have the stalk and the walk continue to come up as well, so bringing this around and getting this set up. Taking a few moments, you're just going to see the Rex and the command center coming online as well, so continue to bring that online just for a few moments. Getting that set and ready to rumble here get this ready to go and see what we can do. Twilight Council is building up as well. And again, just got a couple of barracks continue to be on the way in for a few moments. Getting this ready to rumble. I'm just going to see there's a couple of SCVs still joining about, and a couple of barracks are going to come through. And the extra barracks coming in, then Expansion are going to be finishing in a few moments as well. And yeah, the Twilight Council building up on the high ground. It's going to Stalker poking at the front. A couple of Marines in the bunker will just turn that around and say, nuh-uh. Stalker gets pushed away for a moment. Just out of here for now. Continues down, is just going to come across there for a couple seconds. Again, Blink coming through. Having the stim pack and the few Marines coming up as well. Let's continue to bring that up and online just for a little bit right now. Marines going to pop out of the bunker. Just going to be sitting there for a couple of moments. And I'm just going to have to take a second, guys. I just have to disqualify Hero, I think. Because yeah, he's still in GSL. Turns out if you're playing GSL qualifiers, you cannot also play the Monday Cup, believe it or not. So just going to see a couple of Stalkers will gather back through. I'm going to see that Blink still coming up. A couple of Stalkers on the way. We're just having ourselves Stim Pack, Combat Shield, +1 attack upgrade. All coming along. Just going to see there's a couple of Stalkers coming about. And yeah, we have the upgrades continue to come into play. Again, the Blink is continuing up. Just having ourselves the couple of gates coming about. The Nexus and the Probes coming through too. Fire Forces coming back around and swinging over to the right for a couple of moments on this one. So bringing that across. Yeah, Fire Army already moving up onto the map here for a couple of seconds. Going to get ourselves a pylon for a few moments. Just grabbing that initially. Concussive Shells, +1 attack upgrade coming back. Going to drop a Mule into place. Percival on the map. A few of the units should know. I mean, Geralt knows Percival's out here somewhere. He just lost the pylon, right? So he's going to know that's kind of going on. As yo, the Nema, thank you so much, mate, for the 112-month resub. Oh my goodness. Build up to 10 years. Thank you so much, man. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for 112 as the bio. Just a few shot into the rocks. A few Stalkers apparently got a Marine in the middle of the map, but that'll be about it for the moment. Too much going on just yet as those Stalkers pull back away. And a little bit of bio coming down at the bottom side. Just resetting for a few moments. Coming straight across. Next to Zealots producing through. That charge is coming up. This bio army still gathering there for just a few moments. And again, the Temple Archives, the Gateway, and the Probes continue to come around for a couple more moments. Yeah, I was going to see those few Stalkers going to get pushed back out of here. We're going to see again +1 attack. Medevacs, Marauders, all of that continuing through just for a little bit. And take the couple seconds to see if Percival's going to commit with this army, I guess, more than anything else. You're going to see the bio coming across, a couple of Stalkers going to come through too. Just going to see what else we got going on. I think moving up top, Zalt in the center is going to come down as well. You can see the Stalkers and Sentries continue to come about. You see the Stalkers obviously not doing too well. Biostimming again to keep chasing back through. Once they get this Nexus at the very least, try and take down this fourth seems to be the plan. Stalker's going to bout. A couple of Zealots just going to be coming through as well. See the Bioforce going to finish off this Nexus. I mean, doesn't feel like Geralt has enough to kind of really push forward at the moment. He does have a couple high tempo coming up, the Storm coming through as well. So just bringing that along the rest of this army. Setting up at the moment here. Again, that Storm coming through, taking a couple of moments. Excuse me. Taking a couple of moments and continue to get everything settled for a few moments. Getting this all into place. Temple Archives coming online. Again, the extra gates and company coming up as well. Take a few moments here. Using probes in the main base of the drop here. It's actually lost a lot of gateway power as well, so that's actually going to be really brutal. That's it's going to make this a whole lot more difficult, right? Because now we are going to have ourselves a much more difficult position to kind of play out of. That is going to be tough. See the bio dropping back into the background here again. Just going to be coming back through. A couple of Archons still set up. And trying to get involved. Just going to have this group of probes going down. But with so much at the front as well, Percival does feel like he's looking a little bit too good over the grand scheme of this right now. From those, though, we've probably got a little bit too much going on for the moment. And yeah, it feels as though this one is definitely kind of just heading the wrong way. Through and through for Geralt, but he's holding on. I mean, the Zealot's actually kind of stacking up a little bit. Got that Storm still on the way in as well. So continue to bring that over for a little bit. And take a couple of seconds. He comes back across for a couple of moments. That wouldn't mind going to come waddling forward for a few moments as well. Just stepping through with this. Decide what we want to try and do next. So let's play a bit of cleanup. The Stalker's there. Playing cleanup as well. You need to push that down. Zealots and the Stalkers continue to come across for a little bit. So the units coming around. Just going to see the bio units going to go in the back. Just going to have the I mean, the drops continue to kill Geralt off essentially. I mean, this Bioforce just sitting here. The Zealots apparently really struggling to get behind, and now Geralt definitely is running into some serious trouble. Well, Bio's just going to regroup. And again, Percival has some very good numbers to work with right now. Apparently, he's just accidentally lifted all of his command centers, so he's hemorrhaging his own economy, but get that fixed up, get that back on track. A little bit of something to deal with while everything else is happening. Storm coming down. That Widowmine still just taking some damage. The Bioforce coming back over. Another snipe trying to come through. The Zealot's going to get here. Continue to chase in toward that Bio army. A couple of the Zealots still going down. One more Storm coming into place. High Templar trying to see what else we can do. Scan coming into position then. So again, just taking a couple moments. Refreshing this for the moment. Bringing this back over. More probes going down. This Bioforce now in the natural as well. We really are just all over the place here. This is looking to be pretty darn brutal. As you just have the, again, extra Zealots coming about. There's a couple of gates and the +2 armor upgrade coming through. The Archons going to be coming about as well. These couple of Archons over here. And one more from in the Prism Gonna continue to step across. Just gonna see the Zealots. I'm gonna be getting jumped on. We continue to pick these Zealots off. A couple of Vikings getting to work on the Prism. And Prism is very close to going down. It will now go down. Need to get rid of the probes as well. And this does seem as though getting to a point of clearing this one out. So let's see the rest of this coming about. GG's. All right. So we are going to ourselves into game 2. Percival able to close that one out. Get a second game started up in a few moments. Get this ready to begin. Alright, I'm going to get into this, guys. Get this ready to rumble. Kick this back off. Alright, let's jump through. Get this ready to rumble. And get this ready to kick off, guys. And this underway in just a few moments. Countdown is on. And 10,000 feet will be with us momentarily. Don't mind me, just lost something I'm looking for. Found it. Alright, let's go again. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to sort something out. Alright, WardiTV Mondays continues as we get going. Geralt and Percival, game number 2, coming at you. Getting this ready to go. Probably coming down the low ground, trying to see a bit of what's up. This will take a couple of moments. Alright, so we get settled in here, see what we're going to do, see what is going to happen. Take a few moments. CC factory coming around for a little bit, it's just going to bring that about. Take a few moments to sell things here just for a little bit. Put that on the way. See what we're going to do. Factor in the bunker. Coming around for a little bit. Continue to bring that across. And this on the way, just going to be seeing the Percival is going to show up to get after the Marines for a few moments, so push into that just momentarily. Give ourselves the little bit of a shove about coming into play. Yeah, just going to be seeing the Stalker. Going to be gathering up here as well. See what else we can do for a few moments. Wouldn't mind actually going to hit the Stalker. That's going to be able to connect that right there, so that's going to be a nice little catch. We are going to see three SCVs going down already. Just having the Twilight Council still building up, currently about halfway done. Just going to get a gateway up to the front as well, so going to bring that across. Marine's just going to be right there, push this back. Pushing that away. Again, medevac the Cyclone coming through, so bring that over for a little bit. Need to bring this around, wouldn't mind. It's going to hit that depth, bit of damage to be done already. Only a little bit more. Just initially. Seeing where we can go in the next few moments. So again, we get this set up, we get this on the move. Seeing where we're going to be able to take things. Cycling on the lock, Stalker going to take some damage. Take a few moments to continue across then, just for a couple of moments. Bring that over the other side here. Getting that on the way. Okay, a couple of Stalkers going to be there. Medevac will take some shots already. The mine looking to try and get over. Looking to try and do just a little extra already. Once again, looking for some extra bits and pieces. Rubber Bay, Nexus, all building about, so again we bring that up and running for a little bit. And just step that straight through for a few moments on this one. Just make our way around. Just going to be seeing the Banshee and company coming up as well. So bringing a lot of that online. Just going to be seeing the Stalkers onto the map here from Geralt. Going to see what we can get up to for a couple moments. Just going to get a little grab over to the side. So again, nice little pick off on that. Take a couple moments. Just going to be seeing the probes having a transfer from that main base. So going to be seeing some lost mine time over the next few moments as well. Just going to see the few extra Stalkers in the charge coming online as well, bringing that straight up into place for a moment. The Marine's going to be there. A few Stalkers ready to try and fight a little bit. Stalkers get cleaned up. Just going to be seeing the bench continue to go. And still coming through. A couple more probes going down for the moment. That bench continue to hit. A bunch more probes continue to go down. The Stalker's going to show up. They get underneath. It's 21 probes going down. Percival has done some mega damage here. And is looking very good at the moment. So, figuring out what we want to do next. And impact combat shield. All those bits and pieces coming through at the moment. Bringing this about. Seeing where we can get to. So, it's going to gather back over. Geralt's going to go for a blink up into this main base. They're just going to dive in over on this side. Try to find some opportunity to make something happen. So in we go. Coming back across again. A few pros going down. Main base is going to be under attack as well. So just going to see a bunch going on over there. Let's see that continue to come about. We've seen the battle continue to come through. A couple of Stalkers going to get chased for a little bit. So again, just going to be chased around. It's going to be too much. Percival doing too much in general. That's going to be GG's, and he's going to get 2-0 over Geralt. Alright, so Percival is going to move on to the next round. He will play against Perceive. Percival against Perceive. I'm sure everyone will love that. So that'll be happening in the round of 8. As that hero got walkovered. Cool. Let's access my stream. X feels like his opponents may not be here. Okay, let's try to figure that out. I'm gonna go to break stream for a few minutes here, guys, while we figure out our next match. I'll be back in just a few. BRB. Alright, guys. I'm just solving a couple of issues in the bracket. I think I'm going to try and get into Lambo Yakov if it's still available. I was trying to hunt down some players that were playing for like an hour already, and they have finished, so... so yeah, I think I'm just going to go Lambo Yakov. And cast a little bit of ZVZ in the quarterfinals. I'm just going to go from there. Fundament is going to be our map. I can get this set up and get this ready to go. I mean, watching the Hidden Cup in AoE 2, is that the one where people play as like barcodes? Or people play as like basically just don't know who is who? People did this in the past, but the issue, as always, with doing stuff like that is that so much of my viewership comes from people just tuning in to watch the players they want to watch. It just isn't worth it, sadly. Just isn't worth it. So yeah. It's been done before. I think, did No Regret do it when they were doing, I can't remember what that was called, but when they were doing like the Korean Content House tournaments. Yeah, it's a fun idea that just doesn't actually have people interested in watching it, basically. Alright, let's jump in. Let's get this on the go. What do we have on the upper left-hand side? There's going to be our blue Zerg in the top left. This is going to be Lambo. Taking on the red Zerg in the bottom right. This is going to be Yakov. Best of 3. ZVZ starting up right here. Hatch, double drones coming about, Overlord coming across. Just going to see this Overlord in the center from Lambo coming over as well, trying to see a bit of what's going on just initially. As we get set up onto this DVZ, get this ready to begin. So, kicking this off, getting this started, seeing where we're going to take things for a little bit. Bring us around, see what's going to happen. Hey, what's up, homie? Thank you so much for the 40-month resub on the Prime. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the resub. As you can see the Overlord moving around, a couple Lings are going to cruise about for a few moments as well, so just getting that on the move initially, bringing that across, and getting that set up for the first few moments here. getting that into place. Couple Lings gonna go back the other direction, so it's gonna go back over there. Away they go. Chasing one way, then the other. Lings continuing up and about, and we're all gonna be seeing the Lings and the Ling speed. We'll step back over here for the next few moments, so just gonna be jumping onto this and getting that set to go. Seeing where I'm going to be able to take things next few moments as we get into position. Just going to be having a couple extra banelings coming around. Bring that over as well. I'm just going to be having, the extra lings and the banes continue to come about for the moment. So just going to bring that back over. Again, drones, the hatcheries coming through. The zerglings are going to run forward. Maybe a baneling there that gets into a little bit of trouble. It's going to turn around and get a little bit of a connection. A few lings going down immediately. One baneling runs forward. A few banelings going to get hit by this. Just going to see the rest of this continue to gather around. Rush run about to be done. A few drones coming up. Bane Queen coming about as well. Just gonna have a few lings heading back down through the center. A few zerglings in the middle. Gonna grab a zergling as well. It's just gonna grab that already. And a few other lings are gonna come back over into the middle of the map. These other lings coming downwards. Now we're gonna see a little bit of a connection there. Baneling blowing up. And getting a little bit of something done for a few moments. So a bit of damage being dealt on that one. And with a couple more Banes in. Lambo still staying aggressive with these lings, but he's getting a roach run behind this again. And Evo Champions he is looking to get set up into the future. He's looking to get into the next phase of this and get that on the way as well. And the Banes pull back up to the top. I'm going to see this hatchery coming around for a few moments and just seeing the Evo Chamber Overlord. A few roaches gathering about. And just resetting ourselves for a couple more moments here. Let's set back in place. And there's roaches coming through. Again, the drones coming around. Bring this about for a little while, and again, seeing what we can maybe try and do again the Ling. And continue to gather back around here as well. Just having the extra Lings. Just going to go pull about here for a couple seconds, decide what we want to try and approach. It's going to be seen again the lag coming in. The drones are all going to be coming up. The Overlord and the roaches, plus one missile upgrade coming by as well. So a lot of that coming into place right here. Continue to get this settled into position. Let's back away, back up the right side. So again, just going to be escaping out of there for a couple seconds, so taking a few moments. And do you have the extra Overlords all coming about? Again, Overseer, Roach speed, plus one missiles. Again, there's the Overlord speed as well from Lambo. You obviously have Overlords all around the map. Having Overlord speed allows you to just pull them back in case meters pop out, and obviously keep them moving around in general. Can also maybe threaten some Overlord drops here or there as well. So it gives you that kind of option in the grand scheme of things, essentially. And it's going to be the go-ahead kind of plan at the moment. Which is in the Bane coming back down the bottom. Queen just gonna shoot. Again, Overlord taking some damage. And you have the Overlord taking a few more hits. Seeing that Queen still going after the Overlord. On the left side, the Overseer chilling about. A few roaches still gathering up together as well. I'm just going to shoot. Obviously, is still taking some damage again. +1 missiles. And the roach should be coming through. That roach ravage keeps on building. The extra roach is coming up. I have the Nidus from Yakov, but Lambo's on top of it initially. Lambo just has equal army supply here, so Yakov trying to attack in. It's not going well, especially considering he's expecting to bring units across in the Nidus. That is going to be, I was going to say denied, but the Nidus actually gets up. Lambo knew about it. He's going to let it come through. I feel like he's winning the fight convincing enough anyway. It may not matter. He has to pull across to deal with these other roaches, and that actually does open the door for these roaches to run to the natural. So Yakov is making some, is getting Lambo to make some mistakes essentially right now. Some mistakes being made. A couple roaches up over here. I'm just going to get a pick off. A couple of Banes dropping down the other side as Lambo gets rid of a bunch of the economy of Yakov as well. So able to get rid of a bunch more of this so far. I mean, the Niduses are an issue, but Lambo has good army supplies, just about getting in position. And if he just stops the next Nidus coming up, then you shut down these roaches. Like this is pretty much done. In fact, there's not even another Nidus attempt at the moment. So that's going to be Lambo coming out of this with a supply lead. Up in workers, up in army. And it feels as though Lambo is going to be extremely comfortable at this point of time. The roaches just pull it back across. It's going to step back up over here for a couple moments, so bring themselves back along. There's a couple of Ravages moving through. +2 missiles coming up on both sides of the map, so all those Ravages coming up. The drones are coming in. The roaches are going to be producing. So Roach Ravager army still heading down the left-hand side for a few moments. Couple of roaches going to shoot another couple of roaches. The other roach ravager coming across the map right here as well. Continue to bring this across this other side. And I'm going to get a couple of corrosive files off. Those roaches do have to step away from this. Now the roach ravager continues to chase in, jumping onto a couple of these ravagers already. Now these roaches in trouble as well. Corrosive files will land. One ravager goes down immediately from that. Now the roaches and the ravagers continue to move upwards. I'm just going to see a few more of these units continue to trade out. A couple more hits coming through. It does seem like Lambo just has more than enough to see this one to the end, as the roaches come about. Just going to be continuing to fight and trade. And then the +2 missiles coming up on either side. A couple of these roaches still getting picked away at. Just going to be jumping into the Nidus network as well. A few drones are going to retreat, but we have another Nidus that's on the other side. In fact, these Niduses have done very well for Yakov. All because the first one kind of got up, but even then, just not enough. Lambo clearly with more than he needs to see this one through in his favor. GG. Alright, that is going to be our first game. Let's head to game number 2 then, guys. Get this ready to roll. Just a few moments. Get this ready to kick off in a little bit. Sorry, thank you for the YouTube memberships, guys. I don't know why they're not pinging, but thank you so much, Zergberger, for the 13. And Mysterio for the 13 as well. I see 6 fights yet updated back now. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for being a WardiTV bronze member, guys. I appreciate you. Ruby Rock coming up for game 2. Hi, Ellie. What's up, babes? You keep coming in here to see me. What's going on? No, just seeing what's up. Not much. It's like, oh, fair enough then. Fair enough then. Alright, in the bottom right-hand side, we're going to have ourselves the blue Zerg player from the Shopify Rebellion. It is going to be Lambo. Up against the red Zerg in the top left, Yakov. He's going to open 12 pool for game 2 here. Try to bring this series back in his favor. Alright, how'd you guys in pool? Coming down initially. I'm going to get this on the way. And that's going down. It's not just going to be a 12 pool, it's going to be that gas as well. And we are going to see the very aggressive opening here from Yakov to try and make something take place. Just going to get that up and rolling. Get that started here for the next few moments. So we're coming across main nest and a few lings coming in. You're going to see the few zerglings of Yakov going to show up then. Going to start putting damage on this low ground. Let's see what Lambo's reaction is going to be. Let's see if he gets the correct response going in against this right now. And is able to figure out what he needs to for these next couple of moments. So, going to get this all set up. You're going to see those lings obviously nibbling away for a little bit. And some damage dealt here just initially. Two drones are going to pull back and across. Put themselves in position as well. We go back and forth. A couple of Banes are going to go off. Lambo still fine with the drones. He's going to try and get a spine crawl on the low ground, so he might even try and defend this natural, which, if he can defend the natural, then amazing. Let's see if he has enough damage output here. Gets rid of the Bane pretty effectively, allows the drones to fight more comfortably. The next Baneling not ready for a little bit. We're getting much closer to that spine crawler being done, and without like 4 Banes to crush that spine crawler down super quickly, feels very responsible. We are going to see the Queen. I mean, this one might go down. It's going to go running and just trying to minimize its losses. Oh, we save it as well. So Lambo is able to keep himself the ability to inject with this Queen. That's massive. So yeah, this Queen staying alive is huge. And that's going to be the end of the aggression. And you're just down on a later hatchery. Less drones currently as Yakov as well. As Lambo has held this off. And he's also got more lings on the map to come across the map with. So Lambo just looking good on the follow-up to this, basically, at this current point in time. Things going across the map. Just going to be getting themselves across over here. Just going to be seeing a Queen we can jump onto. A few drones and lings continue to come down for a little bit. And as we are just going to be seeing the lings continue to fight. A couple of drones getting picked away at. Seeing the drones continuing back through. The lings are going to re-engage in. A couple more of these drones still being picked off as well. The lings up into the main. Trying to see what else is going on just at the moment. All 3 drones go down. Not bad for Lambo, just getting some economy in a good scenario for yourself there, basically. So, doing a good job of this. Job well done for the moment. Again, the light coming up. Drones and the Queen still producing by. Again, Les building. The drones coming through. Bringing them Queens up as well. Just having the connections looking to come across here. We got the Evo chamber coming down as well. Just gonna get that Ronin. What's up, OJ Stimson? Thank you so much for the hello from California. Good to see you. Good morning. Well, again, missile upgrade is coming about. I'm just gonna be seeing the left finisher for both. I mean, Lambo will have the missile upgrades done. We'll see what else he maybe wants to do here. See if he wants to commit to the roaches, which he's upgrading for. If he wants to do anything special off the lair. Looks like he might just go into the roach speed and gonna play these roaches out. Drops another Evo chamber down. Queen's currently pushing back an overload of Lambo. As the Spire comes up from Yakov. I kind of like the Spire from Yakov. He's in a bit of trouble. He's had a bit of a rough start. The Spire might be something they bring you back in the game if Lambo doesn't do something about it. It does open the door for maybe Lambo to just hit an attack. You've had a strong opening. The opponent's investing into something like a Spire, and you attack him while he's trying to build into a Spire. Like, there's not a lot of defending you can do there as Yakov. You're just going to end up very behind in a very difficult place to play out from, right? So it kind of becomes the idea. You see the spine's already building up. Lambo begins to deny his network. More importantly, he got the scout, so he knows what's going on. The Knights is coming up, and he is going to get ready to absolutely look to end this game long before these mutas become good enough or well enough set up in the numbers game to really be a part of this right now. And Linkspeed coming through, that Spire coming up as well. We're seeing everything else coming back around too, so we take a couple seconds. Just having the Nidus is actually going to be seen. It's going to get out. Queens, we have a transfusion? No. Well, we can still put some creep down. The Roach is still going to be here. Obviously, we need the Queens here so we can have enough anti against the Mutas, but this is going to delay you a little bit, and the Mutas are going to be popping out. And a couple Queens may not be enough to change things. We are going to see the first Mutas showing up. The Queens will have transfusions. What do we have? We have another Queen popping out as well, so it's going to be 3 Queens. The drones are going to show up to start building the spores. The Roaches can't do much with the Spine Crawlers here, though. So you're going to have to hold back and then slowly push forward. I mean, it's going to take a little bit. Queens, we have another transfusion. We do not. Obviously, we lose these Queens, we lose the spores, and if we don't have the spores, then these Mutas are going to have a good time. Going to try and start another spore crawl up. The Roaches are just going to hit into the natural. Now, Lambo's still up a lot of supply, but again, that's not going to matter if these Mutas can just clean everything up. How much can Lambo do here? As he's going to come through, he's going to go after some drones. He gets 6. It's not bad, and there's going to be a slow shutdown on these Mutas as well. There's going to be Queens in the main base popping out. Going to try and go after these Mutas as well, just clearing up what they can. Extra Roaches showing up too. Without any spines here, these Roaches are just going to do mega damage. They're going to get so much done before they get cleaned up. We are going to see the Queens in some trouble again. Do we have another spore coming up anywhere? Yeah, we are going to build another spore out the front. So Lambo now essentially trying to keep Yakov a little bit busy while he gets that spore crawl up and just tries to get enough anti-air to be really kind of successful against the Mutas. Don't think one spore is really going to do it, to be honest. Probably needed a couple here to be on the way, and it's going to go down long before anything really happens. Lambo up in work, his odd position, because he's going to get kind of really handled heavily by the Mutas. He gets a few more drones, he gets a Queen, that's nice. We are going to be in the main base trying to Nidus as well. The Mutas are not there, so again, doing the thing. Where we try and put some of the spores up. I wouldn't even hate it if you put some spores like over in this corner with the creep or something, so the Mutas maybe don't just find it straight away. Again, Lambo just trying to minimize Roach losses while also utilizing these Roaches well to do as much as possible when it comes to denying the, he doesn't want to lose the Roaches because he wants to keep his opponent busy, even though he uses some burrow action as well. I like what Lambo's doing. He's playing this very smartly. From like I say, a weird position because his position looks great, but if these Mutas get free reign, it becomes a big challenge. I mean, killing the natural is probably going to do enough for you. We're building Queens, or at least we should be building Queens at home, so we should have plenty of, plenty of anti-air becoming available. Let's kill the Spire now, so there's not going to be any new Mutas building up. The Roach is going to dive the main base, which means that these Roaches aren't getting out alive. These Roaches are going to be in trouble because there's not a new Nidus in this main or anything, but Yakov just says GG. Doesn't have enough. Lambo moves on through into the semi-finals to play against Percival. So we're going to get Lambo Percival on the way up next, guys. A little bit of TVZ coming through in just a few. BRB, more StarCraft coming up straight after this, guys. Just gotta sort something. I'll be right back. Alright, Percival Lambo coming through right here. And as we get into action, bottom left, Lambo in the semi-finals will be our blue Zerg player. Percival will be our red Terran in the upper right. Depot low ground from Percival to start us off. Let's get this all ready to go. You can see our racks coming through, and the pool and the gas coming up for a little bit. It's just going to be bringing this across. Just going to be seeing the SCV going down. Bringing this about. Just going to be having the Orbital and the Reaper coming through. Well, the Command Center just comes down to low ground. It's not going to be anything weird. Just low ground depot was kind of the interesting part of this initially. And we'll have the Command Center and company coming up. You can see the Reaper coming along. It's just going to bring this over. Gonna have a couple queens coming about. The drone, the Link speed coming through. This Reaper going to head down the bottom side. You can see the factory coming through. The CC is going to be building. Just going to see the queen there is going to be able to push the Reaper away for a couple of seconds. So, that back. There's a few drones gathering about. You can see the queen still gathering. Just going to be seeing the Reaper coming over as well. It's just going to get that settled in. Starport, Orbital, and company coming up. We got that on the way through. Just going to be having a couple of Hellions going to move on the map, and we'll see where we go. Quite a few Lings from Lambo early. We'll see if we can succeed with those and getting some damage done. Azia, what's up, Nanny? How you doing? Here to stay with the joining 2 months on the Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just have the couple of Hellions, the Reaper. Going to continue to come by. Actually going to get in for a couple of workers, which, like I said, is a little funny considering how many Lings we have. It's just those Lings are across the map. They're going to run into the natural, and because this is a low ground deep, and there's no wall on the high ground either, so these Lings are going to be unstoppable. We've also only made the 2 singular Hellions, so these Lings are going to do some serious work. The medevac pops to save some of the Marines, but this is trouble right now, as the SCVs are going to be in trouble. The Hellions obviously went across the map. Lambo lost 7 workers, but he is going to do some serious damage here. There's nothing on the way right now, as he's going to work his way through the depot. Does he have more units coming across? He's left the other Lings at home. There's nothing from Percival at the moment. Just a few Marines that are pulling back. The SCVs going to start trying to pull into this. The Lings are going to try and find themselves a fight. Oh, nice position on these Marines to get them in a corner. Lambo obviously needs to do some SCV damage because he took some worker damage of his own. He's going to kill 10, now 11 workers. That is going to be that, but 11 workers, a massive amount of army damage done as well. He cleaned up the entire force apart from reinforcements pretty much. Pretty big deal right there. As yo, Divine or not, thank you so much for the 6-month resub on the Prime as well. Much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. Well, that was an exciting start. Lambo coming out of this, 13 workers ahead at the moment. Solid position for him. A few more Lings are going to go across the map. There are units at home, so that should be fine. He will spot this Liberator, though, so Lambo gets some information about the Liberator already. That's going to be really nice. And we're just going to be seeing the Queens. Just going to be getting that Marine, picking that off as well. What was the strategy to do that? I don't know if this was a response to Lambo just seeing low ground depot, so there's no wall up here. And so he decides to go for it. And it's a reaction. I mean, sometimes you see this kind of link pressure run by stuff anyways, and you just hope to get a bunch of SCVs on the low ground, but I feel like this might have been a response to Percival bringing the depot to the low, which I don't really know why he built this depot on the low ground in the first place. I don't know what we really are looking to gain from that, apart from giving your opponent some better options to potentially do damage to you. As Liberator does siege up, first queen goes down. This queen is hitting the Overlord and not the Liberator. It's got the wrong target, so Lambo misses the chance to do a bunch of damage on that Lib and to really push it lower. Misclick from him. And that's a shame, because now these two queens together probably could have killed the Liberator if it had a bit more damage on it. Instead, it's going to stand strong, and the drop comes in to reinforce this main. He does it to see proxy hatches. Oh, that's kind of a smart one. Yeah, so you build that at low ground so you can see the proxy hatch super early if they do proxy hatch. But then that's the downside to it, obviously. He most likely already has 4 depots. No, I don't think so. 1, 2, and then he had 1 over here. He had a 3rd depot here, but I don't think he had a 4th. Because you have the command center, so and it's very early. So I don't think you have the 4th. To be honest. Alright, well. Get set up, just going to see our Carapace upgrade coming about. Just going to be seeing the Hydrogen, the Bane's Nest coming through, Evo Chamber, and the couple of extra hatcheries coming about as well. Just going to be seeing the, again, Hydrogen, Bane Nest, Evo Chamber coming through. A couple of hatches all coming into place. This orbital going to float down to the low ground as well over here. Healing's going to run up. A couple of those SCVs going to be in trouble. Marine's in the tank is going to be there as well. And Ling's Overlord, the Carapace, and the Bane Speed all coming up. Just going to see this hatcher on the low ground from Lambo getting set up. Expanding to a 5th base at the same time. So again, a lot of bases ready. Still looking to have a 20-ish worker lead. Ling's going to hit the back line once again. 3 workers going down. A couple of Hellions going to try and chase. Depots come up. That will be the end of the Lings for the moment, at least. And as we pull it back along. Going to see Marine Tank Medevac coming back over. The other Lings are going to come across. Just seeing the 1-1 upgrades. Siege Tank, Medevacs, and Barracks will continue to produce. The Marine's going to step forward. A couple of Queens step away. A couple of Banes showing up. Going to be going down. A couple of shots from the tanks onto some of those Lings and so on. Another couple of Banes coming through as well. Just for a couple of moments then and trying to see what we can do. Just going to see those Marines continue to come back along. Just going to be having the Medevacs. And so coming back over again. Let's see the Marines gathering back up. Continue to bring that over. A couple of Banes going to come through. Yeah, what's up, DSW4GG? Thank you so much for the 4-month resub on the Prime as well. That Ling Bane still gathering out down the bottom side just currently. You're not going to see the Ling Bane coming back over the left. Come back over for a couple of moments. Well, Lib's coming up. Again, Ling Bane Hydra continues to come through. So just bringing a lot of that into play at the moment right here. Again, Ling Bane coming up, Grew Spines, +2 Carapace on the way as well. Still going to be seeing some Marine Tank heading through the center of the map at the moment. A few Banes are going to crash in on the left side, just going to knock down those couple of depots. And these other couple of Banes is going to continue across. Just going to see a couple of SCVs going down. Marines in the center actually going to get jumped on as the tanks went up siege. The tanks are going to get a couple of shots off at most. Yeah, not even really that. The Liberator is now trying to siege as well, but the Hydras will get on top of those pretty quickly. Lambo just jumping on this before Percival is really ready to do much about it. And now Percival having to pull back a little further. Just going to see that tank setting up. A few more Marines coming through. The Hydra's going to keep on pushing through this as well. This maybe Lambo going a bit too far forward. The reinforcements here are looking to be good. As Percival is able to recover from this a little right now. 30 more Hydras coming up. Infestation Pit in production and building right now as well. Continue to bring this online for a moment. And there's that infestation pit, the Lings, the Banes, the Hydras, all continue to produce. +1 missiles, +2 carapace coming about as well. And these Marines get healed a little bit by the medevacs who pull back down. We're going to get another couple of Hydras here as Lambo continue to try and get the numbers up to keep things pushed away for Percival at the moment. Hydras is going to get there, a few shots coming through. I'm just going to pull back around the Overseer, still back up the center. We are going to see these Hydras going to get rid of a medevac, looking for a second, not quite going to get the second one. On the top side, the Lings are going to run by, and a bunch of these SCVs continue to fall. So once again, Lambo with a great counterattack now, jumping onto these Marines. Marines taking a bunch of damage as well, so a lot of work being done here at the moment. Just going to have the 2 upgrades and everything else coming back around also. For tanks gathering back up together. Ling Hydra still coming across. Extra Banes coming through. 5. Everything. Continue to build. And this is going to be Lambo still just finding too much overall. Has been able to just take some good trades off of a good start. And looks as though Lambo may be able to take game 1 of this semi-final. Both of these players looking for a rare Monday Cup Finals appearance. Obviously one of the weaker Monday Cups we've had, but it's not their fault that it's not their fault GSL qualifiers were going on, you know. They can't decide the strength of their opposition. Alright, so GG's. Lambo is going to take game number 1 of this best of 3. Game 2 coming up in a couple of moments. All right, game 2 coming through in a couple of moments then. All right, let's kick this off. Get this on the way. Countdown is on as we head into game number 2 here. Lambo and Percival. Other quarterfinals still ongoing. MaxPax versus Nikoract and also Ryung versus Shameless. They are happening as we get into game number 2 here in a couple of moments. In the bottom left-hand side, here's going to be our blue Zerg player. This is Lambo. He's going to be up by a map. Taking on Percival, our red Terran in the upper right corner. And get this ready to go. Alright, we get this on the way. Let's gas pool over in the orbital. We build a depot low ground again here from Percival, so going to do the same kind of thing, but we'll see if he makes some adjustments in case Lambo does something similar this time around, I guess. There's the SUV coming over. Just running across for a little bit. You've seen the couple of CCs coming about. Reactor coming up. Take a few moments and get this on the way. Just going to be having the CCs, a couple of barracks coming up as well. For a couple of moments. You have this forward hatchery from Lambo, so he's going to try and get away with the fast base over here. Get that on the way through. Again, things be coming about, a couple of queens on the way. Just going to see the Reaper coming across the map. Gonna bring this over for a couple seconds. Just gonna see the Reaper pulling over to that right side, trying to see what's going on. Just gonna be seeing the stim pack, the 1-1 upgrades all coming about. Just gonna see the Reaper continue moving around a little bit as well. We've seen a couple of Marines gather about, just getting set for a few moments. Get that on the way. Oh, he's actually going to grab the Reaper in the middle of the map, so just going to pick that off as well. Lambo already starting to take himself to a 4th base at the same time, so bringing this over for a couple of moments here. He's going to be there. The Lings get turned back. And the rest of this coming through. See the Lings gathering. Queen's going to gather about. The Marines going through, a couple creep teamers going down. And you've seen the Marines stepping forward as well. You can see the 1-1 upgrades, the melee upgrades, and everything coming through. Gonna have that starboard and company coming up as well. Armory also on the way about. For a few moments. A couple extra barracks continue to come by. Continue to get this into place. LCV's coming over. That's the mule dropping down. It's going to pull this over for a couple of seconds. The Marines going to step by. It's going to be seeing the CC coming up for 4th base. Lambo obviously has been pretty comfortable in this game. Getting this going. Two upgrades, +1 vehicle plating coming up as well, and Drain Claws also coming through. It's just going to see the Ling Bane and the Queens continue to gather together. These few Marines also still kind of stepping forward for just a few moments. And the 2 upgrades, vehicle plate, and the Drilling Claws all coming about. Seeing the Marines unloading on the left-hand side. Percival ready to knock down a little bit of creep spread and push in this direction. Just gonna see the Sling Bane coming back the other way. The Medivac's coming through. Why don't I show the fights? Because I'm actually just trying to annoy everyone. Yeah, I just thought it'd be funny if we didn't actually watch how the fights go and we just say, okay. I'm sorry guys, I have some issues on my other PC and it's affecting the stream a bit. And I keep dropping frames and I'm trying to figure it out while still casting. Because the tournament ain't gonna stop. So the stream keeps getting messed up and crashing. Like it's doing like little semi freezes on my side. So I'm trying to multitask and not doing a great job of it. So I apologize. I know it's not great, but yeah. Apologies. Medivacs just going to load up the Marines. Just going to be seeing the T2 upgrades coming about. The Ling Bane and the Hive coming through as well. The rest of that Ling Bane coming back over. Just going to see the Queen going to put some damage out. A couple of drones already going down. The Infestor lands a fungal here as the Lings are going to wrap around and clean out those Marines. So those Marines are going to get caught. Medivacs right down at the bottom are going to drop into the main base next couple of seconds. As you see, the Queen's going to be here. Medivac going to go down, so this attack of Percival is not going to go very well for him at all. And again, the rest of his Ling Bane and Infestor coming back through. Thanks is going to be sieging up. Marines, Medivacs continue to gather about. Seeing what else we can get done for the next few moments. So again, bringing this around for just a little bit. We have the Libs coming through, the 3-3 upgrades also coming up. The Ultra Cavern and Adrenal Glands continue to come online as well. And again, just going to see that Burrow upgrade coming online. The Lings going to run forwards. Widowmine hits the kind of back end of this. Just see the Medivacs continue to boost away to the sides for a couple moments. And a couple of Liberators going to be spreading out. The army in the center. Ling Bane Queen all ready to push up. A couple of creep tumors still pushing into the front as well. Just getting that creep spread going. The Marine's going to come down this right side. A couple of shots going through. The Ling Bane still taking some damage. Medivac's going to continue to come back over. And just seeing the unload of the Marines. And the Marauder over there. And again, 3-3 upgrades continue to come through. As you see the Lings continue to get caught. I mean, Lambo going to try and show up with more units here. He could try and run in. Decides not to just yet. Liberator on the bottom side to harass. Spoil Crawler isn't nearby, just not quite where it needs to be. And spawn the Queen together. We'll get this Liberator if it doesn't unsiege. I'm happy to just sit here. To be fair, cancels a couple of drones, kills some lava, so still got some value at the very end. We have enough Ling Bane here. As we should be able to jump forward and just grab this. The Marines do load back up into the Medivacs again. So just backing away from this at the moment. Liberator still siege. Just going to see the Spore Crawler is hitting. A couple of Queens are going to be there. That Liberator is going to go down. The rest of this Ling Bane force moving forward. Nice fungal growth. Grabs a couple of the Medivacs. Widowmine not going to go off. And we're going to leech a few Lings into the Planetary Fortress. There's still a drop in the main base that Percival is going to put some pressure on with as well. Just going to see the couple of spores are going to be there. These drones are still going down on the other side. The Lings continue to go huge. Bane's crashing in. The Planetary Fortress is going to get blown up. So the Planetary goes down. A ton of SCVs going down with this. So Lambo, he realized the opportunity. Now, at the same time, there's a reason that there's so much of an opening, and that's because there's a lot of units on this other side. Bane do crash into a bunch of them. Lambo might lose this hatchery. Percival will target it to finish it off. At the same time, Lambo has still 4 bases up over here. Never mind a 5th top left if you can actually utilize that. Base is a little far off, so it may not be an easy one to reach. We have a ton of command centers, though, from Percival. He's going to expand to 4th and 5th at the same time. Going to keep his economy in a very solid position. As Lambo makes a few corruptors to try and deal with these Liberators that have been a little bit of a bane for him. And look to try and take advantage of that, essentially. The 3-3 upgrades will be finishing from Percival. Back to the tank, and the Widowmine still coming through. A couple changelings going down. A couple Lings just going to nibble at the CC as well. Lings, the Ultra, and the Infestor come about. Widowmine, yeah, nice split, sets that off, but pushing into this position with pretty much purely Lings is going to be tough. This is a bit of a nicer fight. Lings getting on top of a little group of units and forcing this base up. Not going to let Percival become a 5-base Terran player just as easily as that, so ensuring that is not going to be able to go anywhere just yet. Ling Bane Corruptor and the rest coming through. Bio Army still collecting together. Medivac's going to be there. Liberator still pulls off to the left side, to the right side a little bit. Gonna see just Liberator once again. But by units coming through, clearing up a little bit on the ground. The Ling and so on going in. The Ling being Ultra. Corruptor Force ready to run through a little bit. Just going to dive in towards this Bio Army. The Medevac's going to gather up here. And so, the tank is going to be sieging these Corruptors. Begin to get in after this command center. Bio still going to be fighting. A couple of Libs are coming through. Fungal Growth landing onto a bunch of these Bio units. The rest of the Lings are still streaming forward. Lambo believing in this fight. A couple of the Widowmine shots still going off. The Ultra's getting up this ramp as well. 10 SCVs going down. The Widowmines going off here, there, and everywhere. And we're just going to be seeing a couple of Libs are putting some pressure in to at least clean up some of these Ultras. I mean, the Corruptors will get rid of all the Libs, though. Ghosts are starting to die before they really do much. The Medevac had to evacuate a few of them here already. And can these Ghosts hold on to themselves over there? One of the Ghosts going down. The problem is the Medevac goes down, so these Ghosts are still being chased. And I don't know if Percival can get enough going his way again. He will get a snipe off or two, but the Ultra... Okay, I thought the Ultra was going to live a bit longer. The Lings now want to surround this planetary, but I think the planetary lives with the wraparound of SCVs. Lambo needs to not go too far into this, essentially. He needs to not overcommit units in, right? He needs to be a little bit cautious for the moment as the few Marines still step up. The Corruptors get chased away. Ultras and Lings continue to come on over for a moment or so. And again, Ultras and Lings still building through. +3 vehicle plating continue to come about. Ghosts, Marauders, and Medevacs all continue to come in for a little bit. So yeah, base still mining in the top left. I mentioned this base from Lambo as a 5th, but I didn't genuinely really expect it to kind of mine for long, but he's done a good job of keeping pressure on Percival. The moment he lets up the pressure, Percival is here, and this is an easy denial because it's just so far away from everything else Lambo has. He'll run the few drones away. He's just going to lose this hatchery. Return back and return back with the drones, return a couple minerals, but yeah, cleans that up and deals with that one for a moment. Well, the Corruptor's coming back across. Just going to be seeing the Medevacs here. Will get cleaned up, so I mean, this has been a base that, cost money to remove. At the end of the day, Percival going to try and take a 5th once again. I think that's something that Lambo would be interested in denying. Scrappy game where it's constantly this kind of 170-ish, 150-ish supply. A lot of active trades going on. Does the planetary keep the track of its kills? Yes. 39 kills in this planetary fortress. Obviously, he's killed off a bunch of the Lings as it was still getting surrounded, but also being mass repaired. Snipes coming down, Ultra going down, the Ling Bane Ultra looking to charge forward. Here the Bio goes stepping away, the Corruptors get through, one Medevac goes down, the Banes are crashing into this, the Bio Army still having to step away as well. More of those Ghost Snipes coming down also. Marine, Marauder, Medevac, all still building through. Adding on the missile turret, adding on a couple of refineries. Bringing a lot of that into play. We do have the top left hatchery going to be finishing very shortly. Oh, I was going to say, this one in mine looked like to be the dangerous one, but this one actually got a shot off just a bit deeper, and Lambo didn't know about it. Re-deny this base up over here as we get back in position on that one. And the Ghost pull back through. Medevac going to do a little bit of healing. And the Liberate coming up. The extra mines coming in. There's a drop in the bottom right. Lambo is going to force us to lift off. So he's really continuing to fight for these corner bases at this point. Lambo with a 1-0 lead in this series. Can he close out this ZVT? I think it's actually again scary for him because it's going to be a little bit later. The Army of the Terran is getting a bit more set up. We're going to be maxed out. There's an Infestor that's just on the edge of the missile turret. So that's going to go down. We're setting up to try and flank on a couple different sides, but not sure how much you can really kind of commit into these positions. This just looks like a bit of Ling Ultra. A couple of Infestors drop some Fungals. We run into this. Snipes going down. Lambo's army on this right side. Not doing well enough for me, as he does knock down the stuff in the skies. On the left side, he might do a bit better against a little bit of the bio that's here. Honestly, this base seems very barren. There's a few missile turrets, a mine, and a tank. Like, if there's a base to hit, that top left base feels like the one that's the most exposed at the moment. Come back across. The Libs and the Ghosts come back through. More snipes going down already. Just having the Ultras and the Zerglings continue to move back. The Liberators will siege. This Lambo now mining from the bottom right. Obviously wants to try and stay ahead in resources. His resource lost is bad, so he needs to mine more. Typical way that this EVT works out. As we come around already, making some moves. Push into this bottom right side. Crypto's gonna fly in. Medevac's gonna get shot at. Ultra gonna be in some trouble. A couple snipes trying to line up. The Overseers up in the skies are gonna get set up as well. Again, Corruptors and the Ultras still looking to come through the lip. Ghost's gonna do some sniping. Again, the Marine Marauder Liberator all coming about. The extra Corruptors coming into production. I'm trying to take another base here as Lambo. So again, trying to take both corners. The issue is really going to be, again, how is he going to take some of these fights? He needs the Spellcasters to do more. The Infestors, for example, that are coming up, he really needs them to deliver quite a bit in here. There's Langbane Ultra just going to be there. A few Marauders stepping away. The Medevac's joining up. Red Fartosis on the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Well, just going to see the few Lings are going to come across. A couple Ultras and the Banes are going to run forward too. The Medevac boosting back up that right-hand side. Still got Libs, Marauders, and Marines coming around the command center building. There's a couple Liberators get themselves sieged. Making a bit of a shove down the bottom here, but it's only a few Marauders. I mean, obviously we're kind of at a bit of a standstill. Lib sieges and everything, creep spread. And fencing. Lambo does get back to the top left with a few drones. So like I say, anything you can mine off these bases can maybe give him the economy edge he needs overall. Just going to be seeing the couple Libs still sieging up. Medevac's overhead. Fusion Core, Marines and Marauders coming about. Just going to be seeing the Corruptors and the Great Aspire coming through as well. Additional Lings coming about. On the top left side, we're going to dive in. Lambo wants to deny these bases. Again, one of the main things you want to be doing here as the Zerg, sorry, is getting rid of this Terran economy as much as possible. He loses the bottom right base, but he's going to get a base in return. It's fairly expensive, I would say, from Lambo. Used up a lot of Banelings, which is obviously a little bit scary as well. The snipes coming through, those Corruptors getting shot at. A couple of the Overseers pulling back. A couple of Marauders are going to gather back around as well. Still seeing the rest of these SCVs going to the bottom right side. A couple of Liberators sieging as we go. All of those Liberators just continue to push through the bottom side of the map. The Langbane Ultra up around the top side as well. A few more drones going down. Hatchery going to get picked up. Going to be seeing the Langbane Ultra still doing dive forward. Ling's going to get a wrap around on the siege tank. Ultra gets picked up. A few Lings get peeled away out. We are going to take a bigger fight bottom right, but Lambo's just not winning these trades. He's going to be able to knock down the Liberators. He needs to get these Ultras out of Liberator range so they have a chance of maybe diving onto the rest of this bio. The Corruptors are going to be able to get rid of a lot of the Medevacs, but then here come the Ghosts. Oh, but he lands a massive fungal, so at least for now he stops the snipes and maybe can make a getaway with the other units. The Ultra was running one way, then it ran the other. Percival loses a lot towards the tail end of this. Actually became kind of a wild situation. $140 to $136 supply. Both players are going to be on kind of just whatever income they have right now. Lambo is mining significantly more. Percival attempting to take a bottom right base. That's a long float for this orbital, so it's going to take a while. Losing this base was a big deal. Just not having that constant income there would have helped Percival to rebound from this previous fight so much more comfortably. Kind of awkward for Percival because there's 14 Corruptors on the map, so it's almost difficult for him to really build anything extra in the sky, which means that you're going to take away the Liberator control and everything. So you can't really go back into Libs. Medevac counts can't be great here. And Lambo makes a few Broodlords, and to be fair, why not? He's got an overwhelming amount of Corruptors. He can protect those Broods well. Kind of like it. If he gets the Infestors up to kind of drop some Fungals on the Ghost too, then I think we could have a very successful time here overall. See the Ghost, the SCVs pulling back around the bottom right side. A couple Widow Mines going to go off onto the Zerglings. Bio Army still stepping forward. Another Widow Mine connecting as well. Spire Force still looking to come across for a few moments. Percival is about to land that bottom right base, by the way. This could be the Mule Hammer to really bring him back in terms of the income, to re-establish his economy here. Only has a couple of mules apparently initially. He's obviously now build back up on this base too. Lambo re-expanding down over here again. He's got more Broodlords being added in. So there's going to be the big commitment essentially from Lambo to the Broodlord push. If this doesn't work for him, this absolutely backfires and goes very, very badly at that stage. So let's see what happens as we see the Bioforce gathering. Corruptors and Broods coming through. Fungal landing. It's going to grab a couple of those units already. The Broodlings going to get hit by some of the mines, but that means mines are not going to go off on more important things as the Broodlords push through without much of an answer at the moment. There are 12 ghosts on the map. They need to show up and they need to do well. Lambo keeping the Infestors back. He will need to fungal the ghosts to protect the Broodlords almost definitely. Here they come. Broods coming through. Kind of need to get rid of the Liberator to open the door toward the Infestors being able to step forward, because right now the Infestors will be zoned back. There's a nice fungal again, trying to reach with those Infestors to cancel a lot of this right here. The couple Liberators will be sieging up once again. The Lingbane Broodlord Corruptor Force continue to push through. Fungal landing on a few more ghosts. A few Lings getting caught by the Widow Mine shots. Again, we're slowly getting rid of these Liberators. Now the ghosts are maybe a bit free to come forward. We lose an Infestor that steps into the Liberation zones, sniping the Corruptors, because if we keep the Libs alive, the rest of this might just about be okay. The base will not go down. Lambo cannot break through it. Now we drop a fungal onto the ghosts again, make it a couple. Do we have the damage output to kill those ghosts? We do get a couple of them at least. Lings swarming in from the other side. The medevac has to evacuate. Just a couple of Corruptors left, but they will come through and go after the few Vikings that just showed up. And obviously, again, their goal is to get onto these Liberators. The Liberators for now will live through this. This space has survived as well. Percival was super low on cash. He's not even repairing the CC because he ran out of money at one point. He needs to restart the repairs on that planetary fortress up over there. That's a wild fight. Bottom right base up from Percival at the moment as well. Lambo kind of needs to do something about this. This is just an orbital. A little Ling run by would do so much there, and yet he doesn't really have many Lings on the map. He just knew to go send a few units down over there. It could be absolutely massive for him. It could do so much that he's not been able to do just yet, as a couple of Broodlings will try and step in. Just that bottom right base is giving Percival an income lead at the moment, and that's just not good for Lambo long term. He needs to shut that down. But obviously, there's been so much attention paid to the topside fights. And rightfully so, but I think Percival is stabilizing on the back end of this here on Tourmaline. I think he's coming out of this in an okay position. Missile turret comes down. The other couple of mines are going to spread themselves out as well. One to the ramp, one to the other ramp. This is criminal. Just being able to mine this with just an orbital and no units nearby. How many Lings do we actually have? 15. It would only take 15 Lings, and all these SCVs have to run away, you know? And you don't need the Broods down here when this is the only defense there is. I mean, Liberator shows up now. But yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Figuring that out is the big question mark now. There's so many Vikings. These Broodlords are going to suck. That's a mega fungal. But we've got to figure out these Vikings, and yeah, that's the issue. The Terran has definitely built up a much better army, a much better setup than what we had before. Percival looking as though he's just going to get to be strong enough here. Few Marines still stepping through. And that's going to go diving towards this upper left-hand base. Marines going to stim onto that already. We do see the fungal growths coming down. Good parasite bombs as well. Do we have another fungal to keep those Vikings in trouble? The Vikings are all going to go down. The Broodlords try and chase into the ghosts. Do we have a fungal for those ghosts? EMPs on the Infestors. EMPs again. And we're going to say GG. It was almost kind of cool. Not quite cool enough in the end. GG's. Just like that. All right. No, yeah, no detection. Could have had the fungal, but didn't matter. GG. Going to Madness for our next game, guys. Get this on the way up. Did Lambo just not want to play anymore? No, I think he left the game because he had no units. Like, he just lost everything. That's probably why he left the game. I mean, he was pretty desperate to keep forcing fights. He didn't have the economy to kind of stay in, and he had to do something more. Let's dive in. On the top left side, our blue Zerg player is going to be Lambo. It's 1-1 in the semi-final. As in the bottom right is going to be our red Terran, Percival. Alright, so settle down into this game 3 and see what Lambo and Percival have for us here. I feel like I'm reading chat. I feel like I'm going crazy, guys. Like, it was a pretty sick game. It was very close. It was very back and forth. There was good moments on both sides. Like, it's a very complicated game at that stage. Like, I feel like if it was so simple as you guys are making it out to be, some of you guys would be on the screen playing in the semi-finals of the Monday Cup instead. But alas, we are not. So, yeah, I think we need to chill a little. Yeah. Overlord coming, Reaper is coming through. It's going to have the couple Queens and Lings going to be set up as well. Couple Lings will go. Reaper will do some damage. He's going to be having the couple Queens, the Ling speed, and the drones coming about. The Overlord flying overhead and getting settled for a few moments. And seeing the drones coming through, third hatchery coming down. Just going to be seeing the factory react to the Orbital coming about. The SCV coming over as well. Max coming over, just going to drop Tech Lab into place. Just settled here. Starport coming through before we see a triple CC, so a bit more on the aggressive side here from Percival. I see the Banshee and the Cloak coming over. Just going to be having a couple of SCVs going to get chased by a few Lings. SCV's going down. Still got the Queens of the Drone still coming through. Banshee, the Hellions, all coming about as well. It's just going to bring those up with that Cloak on the way. A couple of Hellions on the other side already getting pushed back by the Queens just initially. And working from there. Things back up the top. We still got the Cloak on the way through. A couple of the barracks being brought online. And I'm going to see those Hellions of Percival begin to move out onto the map. So away we go. Break Jimmers over on the edges and start going down. A couple of points step across. It's going to be fighting there. Just going to see the Zerglings still gathering about. The Hellions in the middle of the map from Percival going to keep moving around as well. Banshee, Cloaking, Stim being brought up. Engineering Bay and a couple of barracks being brought through as well. As with the Lair and the Spore Crawlers also in production. Add a few more drones into the mix. Just seeing those Lings still stepping across, and the Hellions have to back it up right now as well. It's just getting out of that one. And Land and Banelast both coming up and online. And the Stimpack building for Percival, we have a good idea of where he's going very soon as well. Well, Hellions back through the center. On the bottom side, the Ling's going to run by, going to get through onto a couple more units. He actually cancels Stim, that's massive, and he is going to get it. Wow, Lambo denies the Stimpack. How often do you see a Stimpack denial in ZVZ? Like, yeah, sure, when like Terran opens Proxy Rax Reaper, not Proxy Rax Reapers, but just forward, like low ground Rax Reapers, and then sets up. This is not a proper wall either, by the way. There's a gap here, so that might be an issue later on if the Lings find it. Something we got to patch up as Percival, I'm sure, otherwise we might be in some troubles. Hellions still moving toward the upper left side. A couple of Banshees being chased away. The Queens are there to push those Banshees out just for the moment. At the left, just going to see a couple quick Jimmers burning for a second. We're going to turn back away. Again, Factory, Engineering Bay, Armory all coming up. Stimpack Combat Shield and +1 building as well. Hellions going to try and get to the top side. These Lings have the creep spread in their advantage, so might be able to stop these Hellions dead in their tracks. That's going to be Percival losing a chunk of his map control. As Lambo gets that shut down rather easily. Up to the 4 bases. Percival going to be moving towards his third soon. We'll see if Lambo does anything about that. Could be an interesting one to follow in the near future. Well, as series, the Marines of the Mines coming about. Stim Combat Shield, the 1-1 upgrades going through as well. Things run about, Drone Claws coming through. And Hydra's coming around, Infestation Pit building, Hatchery coming up as well. Medevac is going to be lifting those mines, by the way, and he's going to take those across. So we got a couple different sets of mines looking to try and drop in. And he's going to have Drilling Claws soon, but not just yet. Lambo knows this is happening. Gets the medevac. He should get both these mines, no problem. So that's just shut down Percival. This early game has not been it at all for him. He's not really found much of anything so far. A couple of Banshees and a couple of drones there. He's got 7 drones, now 9, now 11. Sorry, these were the ones go off behind the screen. 11 drones, 24 Lings. Not, I guess it could have been a lot worse. Banshee's going to come back down the left again. Command Center, SCVs, the medevac tank, and the Marines all coming through. Still got that armor upgrade coming in on the Engineering Bay as well. +1 missiles, the Overlord Speed, and the Overseer continue to produce on through. Just going to have the medevac up the right side. It's going to continue moving as well. 3 Widow Mines inside, just for the moment. And away we go. Again, +1 missiles, +2 carapace. Just going to get that groove spines coming in for a little bit. More drone dropping with the mine's going to get picked away out. And then Hydra's going to be there. Just going to have the medevac top right, going to be chilling for a little bit as well. We'll gather. I'm just going to be seeing the rest of this bio-medevac force coming back across. Just going to see a couple Lings getting picked away at. So I got the Hive, the Lurker Den, the Hatch coming through. Overlords and the Hydra coming about. A couple Widow Mines. Going to go off. Actually killing off the Hydras is obviously going to be a good thing. There's one active mine there still. And I suppose we'll try and do something with these drilling clawed mines. There's going to be one mine here. Doesn't really do enough. And this army from Lambo will absolutely shred this. Lambo has a ton of money as well. On his way to the lurker den already. Sends one mine around the right side. Didn't actually set the mine off. And we do have the Banes still pushing forward. This base in trouble. The SCV's in trouble. We evacuated a few SCVs in the command center, but this is Percival losing out big time. The Hydra's still stepping forward. Wouldn't mind the tank going down. Banes can come into this high ground as well and push their way through this position. That's going to be seeing the army of Lambo maxed out against 130 and looking good. He's going to run up here. He's going to use the Banelings at the very least. He'll get rid of the wall. He'll get rid of the tank. This opens the, obviously, quite literal door to just keep on doing damage throughout this, because now the path will be through and Percival knows he ain't going anywhere from there. Lambo goes to his first ever WardiTV Mondays final. Pretty sure it's his first ever. We were talking about this like a week or two ago with Lambo when he was on a bit of a run. And yeah, he's never made the finals before. So Lambo into his first ever Monday Cup final. Congrats to him. And we'll see how he does in that soon against either MaxPax or Shameless. All right, all right. I get this ready to go, guys, as I wait for MaxPax and Shameless to get figured out. They're already playing, so that PvP's on the way. I'm going to take a few moments. We'll be right back. More StarCraft coming up. I'll see you guys in just a few for the finale. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. We're just waiting for Lambo and MaxPax to veto up. Get this ready to go. Thanks for putting up with me today. Today's been a bit of a wild one. But we've got our finals coming up, Lambo vs MaxPax. We're going to do the finals, guys. After the finals, we're going to do some sponsor content. We're going to play Marvel Rivals for an hour. It's a Twitch sponsorship, and as usually happens with the Twitch sponsorships is that what usually happens with the Twitch sponsorships is that obviously it is based on viewership, so if you can stick around on the Twitch channel while we do that, that would be amazing and helpful. So appreciate if you can check that out. Yeah, sorry for the distraction today. My second VC has just been acting itself, and to the point where it's had to do a Windows reinstall, and it's very distracting because it's my admin PC, and it's also why I watch YouTube and stuff. So it's just been doing a whole thing. So it's been a pain in the butt, and I've been very distracted by it. So I apologize, especially doing some things not ideal. Cool. All right. Let's stick around. Appreciate it. Again, it's ready to go. Cool. Alright, just waiting for MaxPax and Lambo. And once they're ready, we should be able to kick off into this finals, guys. So again, thanks for being with us. I apologize for me being a bit tilted and distracted today. Not ideal, but sometimes that's how it be. Sometimes it's how it be. MaxPax is hosting up a lobby, so it looks as though we're going to be good to go in just a moment. Lambo playing his first ever WardiTV Mondays finals. MaxPax playing in his 41st as he looks to overtake Clem, by the way. Today is the day. MaxPax won last week against Clem, and hence today is the day where we could have a brand new leader on the WardiTV Mondays scoreboard. MaxPax, if we win today, would tie Clem for amount of wins, but he has 5 more second place finishes than what Clem does. So, there you go. There you go. All right, let's head into this finals time. MaxPax and Lambo. Can Lambo defend Clem's Mondays title and knock MaxPax down for yet another week? Or will MaxPax find his way through? And he is the bottom right red Protoss player, looking to be the most winning Monday Cup player of all time today. And in the top left, Blue Zerg Lambo, looking to try and knock MaxPax down in the best of 5 series. Let's see what he can find for himself in WardiTV Mondays 86. This finale. Again, weird cup today with the GSL qualifiers haven't been on, but we're going to have a good time. Probably going to come across a couple drones. We're going to get into work as we just have the probe going to come back and forward a little bit. Let's bring that around, stepping over here, gate in the assimilator. Be coming through, having on that probey. Again, continue to bring a couple of things up and running here for a couple of moments. So bring this about, getting this started up in a couple of moments, bring this into place, and seeing what will happen over the first few seconds of this one. Just want to take a quick chance to remind you guys as well, of course, if you guys do enjoy the WardiTV Mondays, this is part of the WardiTV 2026 series, and of course you can support that by checking out the Patreon page at patreon.com/WardiTV, where 100% of anything you pledge goes directly into WardiTV StarCraft 2 tournament prize pools. So go check that out. Yo, Ian, what's up? Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. And they go out to Choke Chat. Oh my god. Choke Chatchos, Sakura, Navia, the Kitten Jedi, and MacDaddy713. Thank you so much. And also the 62-month resub from Ian as well. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it heavily. Thank you very much indeed. There is also, just to mention as well, new replay pack on the Discord for subscribers or on the Patreon page if you're pledging $5 or more. That's available on Patreon or Discord if you're a sub or Patreon pledger, or if you're a YouTube member, it's also available on the Discord, so you can check that out if you do so wish. So yeah, go check that out, guys. That is great. I think there's 590 replays, so just a couple for y'all. Just a couple of replays for you all. It's just going to be seeing the Adept coming over. Link speed, Queen, couple of Lings in the Overlord coming about. The hatchery still coming through. The Adept is going to take a bit of a shade as we step into the natural. A couple of drones are going to pull in. One drone becomes a Spore Crawl already. Just going to see this drone going down. That Adept is going to shade up into the main base, where we're going to have the Queen still chasing. The Adept does go down. That's going to be a grab. And just have ourselves the Stargate Chrono boosting out. An Oracle at the moment. Warp Gate still building through for the next few moments. Well, we just have the Link speed coming through. Next is a couple probes and the Oracle on the way. Adding a Warp Gate into the mix as well. It's just bringing a lot of that online. This Warp Gate coming up, the Gateway coming through. And again, the Oracle is stalking the probe coming back over. The couple Lings going to latch themselves onto the probe for the moment. Just going to be seeing the Gateway being added on also. And a couple Queens, Overlords, and the Spores coming through for a few more moments as well. Going to be seeing the gates, the Twilight Council coming through a couple of moments. Just going to be seeing the Nexus coming around. Just bringing a lot of this up. And just seeing a couple of Oracles looking to dive in from the right side here. Going to activate through and get rid of a couple of drones right off the bat. Just having the, again, blink continue to come around a little bit. Just going to be seeing the melee upgrade and the drones continue coming in. Just going to see a couple of lings trying to get after the probes. 3 drones going down. Just having the Forge and the Gate probes coming up. The Queen's going to get there. Push that Oracle back away to the sides for a few more moments. So again, dealing with that at the moment. Melee upgrade still coming across. Bringing that into play for the moment. Seeing a couple of devs actually going to get rid of a few more drones. It's going to be one of the big things in this series. Lambo needs to be good defensively in the early game. If you don't deal well with the early game aggression, you're going to end up in a lot of trouble very quickly. So you need to be really, really careful, because MaxPax is going to take advantage of openings, and this is just going to be 10 drones already going down. You see the Stalkers and the Oracle still gathering back up together. I mean, a couple probes going down. How did them? Lings, the melee upgrade still coming through. A couple of Lings trying to see what else they can do for a couple of seconds here. Stalkers will keep poking. Just going to see this hatchery taking some damage. You obviously have the Oracle setting up the stasis ward, putting a little bit more damage out for a few moments. It seems the Stalkers coming back over. Stasis catching for a couple of seconds here and there. That's going to be seeing the charging +1 coming up behind us. The Ling's actually going to get around the back of these Stalkers, and it's going to be scary because they can only blink to the side a little bit. Ling's taking a little while to re-wrap around. Obviously, the Oracles will activate. How many Stalkers are we going to lose? A lot of them is the answer. Now we're going to try the recall. Lambo will surround again. He gets, I think, 3 more Stalkers. The last couple nibbles were good for multiple kills. 2 Stalkers get home only. So Lambo does some serious damage already. Mega damage dealt here right now, as you see the spawning pool, the infestation pit, coming up as the next step of this. So bringing that across, getting that underway. It's going to be having again missiles and everything else coming through for a couple of moments, so bringing that around for a little bit right now. Gonna see the again couple of Hydras coming through, the Muscle Ogrins and the +1 missile upgrade building as well, so continue to get that on the way. Just gonna be seeing a few Lings are gathering. Again, Storm and the attack upgrade coming up. The Prism and the High Templar still coming around. The Oracles are out down to the bottom. As you see, the Lings are gonna latch themselves onto the Nexus here for a few moments. This Nexus will take some shots. It's probably gonna go down in a moment or so. Oh, we actually gonna save it. We are gonna save it. Lambo clicks the Nexus and he doesn't get it. So unfortunately for him, this Nexus lives. Storm about to be done. Lambo realized he maybe wasn't going to be able to kill MaxPax straight up. He's already set himself up into the Lurker Den and other things here that are obviously looking to help him out. The Ling Hydra gather back around, and again, just seeing the missiles. The Groove Spine's coming through. The Hydra's going to get there. The Prism being chased is going to go down. So the Prism falls. Zealot Archon Stalker still pushing back up. Bringing that straight back through for a couple of seconds. And just going to be seeing a little bit of everything else going back along. So again, we get back into position here and we reset things momentarily. Just going to see our Hydras, the Lings, and the drones coming up. I mean, Lambo has to deal with the Zealots. He's also got the main army on the bottom left side that he has to kind of get in there to deal with as well at the moment. So just looking to handle that right now. Just seeing the Hydras still coming across as well. Again, rest of this coming through. Just going to be seeing the Seismic Spines coming about. Getting the rest of this coming over. Bring this online for now. Again, Stargate coming around. Just going to be bringing this across. Tempest, just going to see the Mothership coming through as well. Couple of storms already keeping these Hydras and Lings zoned out. Can we get into a position here over the next few moments? I'm seeing a couple more of those storms going down. The Hydras have to step away again already. Just pulling back away from this right there. And again, stepping out. Few Zealots are gathering about. Another bunch of Zealots actually warping up to the top side right there as well. So just having the rest of this coming through. And then those couple of Lurkers are going to stay busy, just nabbing away for a couple of moments and seeing what else can be found. The Zealots are going to get back to business, putting some more damage out. We are going to be seeing those Hydras and those Lurkers regathering up once again. Just going to see another storm on the front. Lurkers will be going down as the Zealot counterattack that's killing a bunch of drones once more. Lambo unable to protect himself from that as the Spine Crawler at least protect on the left side, but these Zealots have done some work. Lambo still at 83-ish workers. The thing is that as time passes by, it feels better for MaxPax, right? The Tempest count is growing. Lambo now is going to get the Spire started, so he recognizes the need to kind of progress himself in this game, so he sets himself up for that. We are going to be seeing the Prism warps and a bunch of Zealots on the right side. Hydra's getting underneath. Prism goes down. Hey, that's nice. Well, I get rid of these few Zealots for free as well. Not quite for free. A few Zerglings went down, but generally speaking, this is pretty good. 9 more Lurkers producing through. The +2 missile upgrade is coming about as well. 5 more High Templar just warping in. A couple of additional Tempest building. 3 Archons are coming up right now from MaxPax, as well as 4 Zealots. So a lot of units still being brought up. The Immortal being added on into the mix as well here. And we have ourselves this Lurker force still out on the map from Lambo. Hydras as well. Where are we going to go? What are we going to try and do? What is our play at the moment? I just know those Lings are just going to come across, push on in. Just going to be seeing a couple storms still coming into play as well. Nice storm hitting the Lings and the Lurkers already. Just going to be seeing 8 drones going down, a few probes being picked away at. After that Evolution Chamber is about to finish up here, the couple of Zealots are still staying busy. Lambo is still the one that feels like he's just constantly losing workers, I guess. Constantly seeing drones dead on the sidebar. Again, Tempest, Oracle, the Immortal, all coming through. The Lurkers are going to be firing from afar, getting a little bit more done. A couple of Tempest shots onto said Lurkers. And the Lurkers are going to lift off. They're going to retreat away. Adrenal glands still building through the Zealots. Back to the upper right-hand side now, so I'm also going to come across for just a little bit. Adrenal guns again building through. Carapace and another upgrades coming online as well. There's Storm already coming into place right there. Ling's going to run down. Storm going to hit a bunch of those Lings. The Lurker's going to turn away. Corruptors will come about. +2 melee, +1 Carapace coming over as well. Just going to be seeing this army of MaxPax is going to be still very strong. Like I said, I think the Tempest count is just so high. These Lurkers can do well when given the right chance, but I mean, whatever Lambo does here, I feel like MaxPax is easily going to match on the other side of the map because, I mean, you can just see that Corruptor count is never going to go anywhere against this amount of Tempest. The Archon on Templar support. This game is just not quite going to be there for Lambo as this entire base, all those drones going down. He does kill, like I say, this base over here. It's just going down to 4 bases each is going to still prefer the Protoss player than it is the Zerg. And these Lurkers might go down too, in which case Lambo really doesn't have much left over. While his attack on the other side is dealt with, MaxPax is continuing, and I still don't see an anti-hit really from Lambo. He's getting some more Hydras up. He's got the Corruptors that want to try and flank around from the right side, but I just don't realistically see this being enough. Corruptors fly through. Everything will take a bunch of damage, but GG gets called, and that is going to be MaxPax taking game 1 of this best of 5 series. Just like that. MaxPax takes the opening game of the finals as we get ready for game 2. In a few moments' time. Alright, kicking this off and getting this ready. Let's send it, guys. 10,000 feet is going to be our next map. And kick this into action in just a few moments. It's ready to rumble. Alright, let's kick this off. Let's get this underway. In the top left-hand side, our blue Zerg is going to be Lambo. And Lambo is down a map now. Best of 5 finals here. Let's see what he mixes up for game number 2. As MaxPax in the bottom right, looking to become the most winning player of all time in WardiTV Mondays. If he wins today, we've been talking about this situation for a few weeks now. He's been threatening. He caught up Nelly. Clem denied him a couple of weeks ago. MaxPax got one away again last week by defeating Clem. And now he has the chance against Lambo to win today and to overtake Clem in that all-time Monday standings. His 40th final. His 23rd win if he wins today. That means he would have taken home a grand total of almost $5,000 just from winning tournaments, never mind second, third, and fourth places in these Monday Cups. Not bad if you can win them. If you can win like a quarter of these things, that's really not a bad source of income, you know? Clem distracted by GSL. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. Probe coming about against Spawn and Pool coming up. The Hatcher still coming by. Cybercore and the Nexus will be building through for a few moments. So we get that underway. We get this started off. See what we can try and do right here. Probe back down the low ground against Cybercore and the Nexus still coming about. Probe building. Pylon and the Assimilator coming through. A lot of this still coming online for a little bit, so a lot of setup coming through at the moment. Getting this up, ready to go. They're going to shoot a couple of Lings, going to take some damage. Link speed is building up, the Stargate coming into place. It's about halfway done. The battery coming to be about halfway as well. A couple of probes and the Adept all building. A lot of Lings producing. That Link speed is about to finish. The drones are here to open up these minerals and to give Lambo the chance to run through. Seen this kind of aggression building out a lot recently. MaxPax just now saw this first mineral patch disappearing. Stops up the battery. Stargate's about to be done. He's going to see now for sure that this is definitely happening. I mean, these Lings could get a wrap on the Adept, a full surround there, and that could be a big deal. There's only this one pylon. We can't really go for the pylon, though, can we? Because if we go for the pylon, I fear that we're going to just get it batteried. Oracle is on the way. We are going to commit onto the Adept. Probes come down this ramp. We're going to fight the probes because they're out of reach of the battery, so you can get a bunch of free damage here, essentially. There's Lambo, 16 more Lings on the way. There's not going to be a wall off. The Oracle will be able to get out. Let's see how well it can do, as MaxPax is going to continue to lose a lot of workers here initially. Like I say, the Oracle will do a lot of cleanup. These Adepts are nowhere near the batteries, though. Okay, they just get back to the one that's low on energy. What do we energy recharge? We already energy recharged the Oracle to give it a bunch of energy for a long time. The Lings will run for a couple seconds. There's an Adept on the ramp now to play the blockage here. Now, the energy recharge on this Oracle is allowing it to do so much. The next Adept may be getting caught. Oracle is still active. New Lings are streaming through. It's going to be the question of, do we just have enough from Lambo? Do we get enough damage dealt here? He's going to finally equalize the worker kill at this point. A few more of these probes still going down. Obviously, the Oracles will do a lot of work here. One has picked up 22 kills. The other has picked up 4. Just a couple probes left in the main base. The Oracle's running out of energy in a second. Couple new Lings showing up. We don't have anything really left from MaxPax. His income is obviously extremely minimal. New energy recharge, that works. Yeah, energy recharge, Oracle activates again. Lambo needs to just run around and just try to do damage without this Oracle do much. The Oracle that has energy is in the main base. It's going to be not able to do much else. So now these probes in the low ground are in trouble. We run to the battery. Extra link showing up. It's good enough. Lambo ties the series 1-1 with his aggression. And we are tied in the best of 5 just like that. GG. People think Wardy isn't doing his own modding. If you say something that's clearly dumb or offensive to the players, then yeah, I'm going to take half a second to tab out of the game and to time you out. I don't have to time out or ban a lot of people nowadays, unless I'm feeling pissed off, and then sometimes I ban people a little bit more in a day, but like if you say something that's I don't feel as time out, I mean, I'm going to come and time you out, you know. You can get away with a lot on this channel nowadays, honestly. Mostly because people don't really push it too much. There's a lot of balance wine that would have got timed out and stuff in the past. So, yeah. You guys get away with a fair amount nowadays. So, you know. Alright, we're going to go into game number 3. I'm getting soft. No, Slowly just doesn't mod anymore. It's funny, Slowly literally was pretty much the... She wasn't the only mod on the channel, but she did like 90% of the moderating on the channel. And people have chilled out a lot because Slowly drilled it into everybody that you gotta behave. And now that everyone behaves, Slowly isn't needed as much, you know? So... yeah, she's... having probably a much nicer life not dealing with you guys every day. She was a grill? No, she was not a grill. As far as I know, she was not barbecuing anything. You think the other aspects of the community got soft? Yeah, I think a lot of people that were just causing trouble all the time actually just moved on in the end. So, Slowly falling is Helen? No. Slowly is not my wife. I thought you were being quiet because you're deep in thought. Apparently Twitch muted me. What? Wait, I'm not muted though, right? You guys can hear me, no? I mean, you must be. People are responding to me. Okay. Proxy hatch coming down as we get this set up. Like toxicity was never that bad in our StarCraft. It was. There was a lot of very nasty people. I mean, Slowly literally had someone harass her for about like 11 months. Every single time we were live, they would be creating new Twitch accounts and stuff. Because she banned them because they were being, I think they were being actually racist or something, and they didn't like it, so they then harassed her and targeted her for like 11 months. So there's definitely some toxicity in StarCraft. But yeah, nowadays I feel like our chat's pretty chill. I feel like it's a bit more chill than it used to be for sure. Some days you guys get worked up, some days you fight each other. Sometimes you guys are not so bad. Hatcher cancels our second as MaxPax will get the freedom to take as natural. He did go for the double gateway setup against this, so 2 gateways are up and running at the moment. Imagine getting so wrapped up in getting Paniel and a long campaign of mod abuse. Yeah. pretty crazy, honestly, but alas, the world we live in apparently. A couple of devs are going to shade through, and they're going to try and see where they can get to. Queen's going to be there. A couple of devs will take some damage. A few shots coming about for a little bit. Some damage being done. Get this all up and rolling again. The links be coming about. The drone and the queen coming about as well, so bringing that around for a moment. Just going to see a couple of devs are going to try to put some damage out. A couple of depths going to be there. Just going to see the Lynx taking some damage. It's going to be seeing the Lynx are going to be gathering about again. Lynx be coming through. The drones and the Overlord continue to come around as well. See what else we can get up to for a few moments here. Having the feelings are going to wrap around up, and the Adept going to get caught for a couple of moments. So just going to be seeing that coming through for a little bit. Just going to be seeing those Queens continue to come around again. Drones, Nexus coming about this. Oracle trying to put some pressure on. Blood drones start to fall. It's going to be 3 workers killed so far. It's going to run up. This Oracle is going to activate. Again, a bit of damage going to be dealt here pretty much straight away. So putting some damage out on this one. We just have the, again, land, the drones, the Overlord will continue to produce on through. Something that will get coming up. The Oracle still gathering together for a little bit. Again, the spawn, the coming online. The extra drone's still producing. This Oracle going to activate. There's a couple more drones going to be getting caught here for a little while. So the extra bits and pieces coming through. And just seeing where else we're going to take this. Lair, drones, Twilight Council, and the gateways coming up, probes in the Oracle. That's where we sit right now with the Stalker pushing this Overlord back out on the in-base. Overlord taking a few more hits. Getting pushed away. Very close to going down, but just about able to survive. Now we do have the 2 Oracles around the right side. Looking to get around and across as well. Figure out where they want to go. The couple of Queens are going to gather together. Oracles will activate through. 3, 4 Neurones going down immediately. Just having our gates, the probes, and the blink continuing to come about. 2 more Stalkers on the way up. The Forge is building. And we got the rest of this coming through. Next couple of moments. Still got the Hydrogen coming about. The +1 missile upgrade is coming into play as well. Continue to bring this online for the moment. Having those few probes gathering together, the Oracles are going to be back out into the center of the map. Again, another little revelation coming down. Just keep track of everything. Hydrogen is still producing through, and the +1 missile upgrade is coming about as well. Stalker's going to grab Changeling and back away from here. And Triple Oracle is just going to keep active on the map, going to be with these Stalkers, make it very difficult for these Lings to jump on the Stalkers. However, there are a few Hydras coming out, so we've got to be a bit careful here as MaxPax. The Hydras obviously give you a chance to actually push the Oracles back. They're not just going to really protect these Stalkers against Lings, so unfortunately, a few Lings from Lambo going down already, caught by the reinforcement wave that's making its way over. The Stasis Wards already nicely set up. Needs to try and get a couple of these Lings onto the Stasis Wards, ideally. You could pick off a couple of Stasis Wards already, just makes it much easier to chase into those positions and to handle that very early on, basically. So, looking for that. The Ling's going to get through for a couple more of these probes already. Get some more damage done, just initially as well. Continue to come around for a little bit as one of our missiles getting very close to being done. Stalker's going to turn around here as well, just for a couple of seconds, so bringing that back over. You can see the couple of things caught in the stairs, but this is a defense from Lambo. He killed a few probes in return, and yeah, MaxPax has to turn away. He's going to start up charge. Where does Lambo go from here? +1 missiles is about to be done. Does he want to commit? He's making Ling's Hydras. He's not establishing the drone count to already establish the 4th base economy, so it's kind of where we sit right now. That's what we try and figure out for these next couple moments, where exactly that's going to be, and how this is going to look. A couple Stalkers coming across as well. It's going to be blinking. Need to be careful. Stasis Ward is catching quite a few of these Lings. We're still just making a lot of Hydras at the moment. Let's continue to bring a lot of this up. Again, the Ling's getting caught in the Stasis Ward. Stalkers blinking across. A few Hydras being chased away. Attack upgrade coming into place. The charge is building. The Hydras are going to be there. The Stalker's getting turned around. A few Lings going to chase across as well. Those Stalkers have to keep on retreating for a moment or two. Going to get back to the Stasis Wards. Hanging back there for the moment. Another round of Zealots get warped into the middle of the map. So just bringing those around as well. Getting that ready to continue. Just going to pull away. Links and Hydras continuing across the Oracle. Going to move on over as well. Going to have the, again, Hydraling Bane Nest coming through. The +2 missile upgrade coming around also. Just having the Zealots still producing. Stalker's going to fly. Cure Team are going down. The few Hydras are still going to be there to push the Stalkers the other way. Oracles and the Zealots will gather up. Actually killed an Oracle right here. The Zealots are not going to last long against this amount of Hydras. I think MaxPax is in trouble for the lack of splash damage. We have a Bane Nest coming up. We'll see if Lambo wants to push, but I mean, it feels like he should, right? Like, he's still only on 64 workers. Like I say, MaxPax to me needs splash damage, and there's Storm starting the production tab now. I imagine Lambo's going to go with the +2 missiles finishing. Maybe that's going to be the real moment that he decides, like, you know, this is the moment, this is where we send it. Again, that Storm is coming up. That +2 attack upgrade is going to be done soon. Stalker's back toward the top side as we make a move up top. Again, Bane speed, +2 missiles coming in, a few Hydras and the Lings all building up as well. Bringing a lot of that online just for the moment. Lings and the Hydras are going to get another couple of wraparounds. Those Zealots being caught already. Stalkers still being aggressive. This can't possibly be good for Lambo, no? I mean, now Storm's going to finish and Lambo is still sitting on 65 drones. Just now with splash damage available, this feels like such more of a winnable scenario for MaxPax, whereas before it really felt like he might struggle if these Hydras struck, but he was able to deny them from getting across the map and doing too much for a good long time in the end. Still pulling back again, just going to be seeing a few drones are going to be hanging about with a couple of hold positions to ensure these Zealots don't do much, and then we free the Zealot just in time for the Queen to nearly die. Okay, Lambo's about to finish Bane speed, and I guess we're going to go, like... I guess we're going to send it. Again, another few gates still coming up and online here. I'm just going to get after a couple of those Zealots, so a few of those already dropping. And now we have storms, so we've got to try and navigate the storms. That's going to be a big part of the problem, essentially. And just working their way through the rocks. Storm on the top side. The Zealot's already going to be caught right there as well. And I just open up those rocks. The Lings are going to get through. That pylon's going to get grabbed to see a few Banelings morphing in as well. I just still stepping forward. The few Zealots going down here. The Storm coming into place. Just going to see the Zealots, the Stalkers, and the rest coming about. Lambo trying to wrap around. I mean, I like the attack onto the natural. Doesn't need too much Storm damage. He's got a few Banes left over as well. And the left side attack starts to go into some trouble. However, we're going to catch the High Templars. Force them to morph into Archons. Few Lings streaming forward. We need Banelings to deal with these Zealots, though, right? Feels as though now Lambo just doesn't have enough. This took so long to attack. It took so long for him to get there, and in the end, it just doesn't seem as though we're going to have enough. Another Storm coming down. The Ling Hydra, I'm going to get hit by it. Just going to be seeing another Storm continue to come through. GG says Lambo. That's going to be enough for MaxPax to get up onto match point in this best of 5. MaxPax is going to go one map away from a Monday Cup victory today, which would be his 23rd ever. If he can win one more map off of Lambo. Check that out in a couple seconds. We wait for them to host it up for us. Just felt like Lambo was not able to get involved at all. Like, he just took so long to come across the map, no? Right, Rabbit's going to be our map. We're going to host into this. Players ready? Dive straight in. Alright, let's send it. Let's get into the top right side as Lambo looks to tie this up another time. Second time he's been behind by a map. Can he tie it up again? Here's the blue Zerg in the top right corner. Taking on MaxPax in the bottom left. A red Protoss. I'm just surprised Lambo didn't force his way across the map sooner. Like, it felt like he had a lot of time. He could have gone with the Hydras and been in a great position, but he just maybe got kept too busy, couldn't actually find the chance. Well, let's see what we get. Hatch, gas, and pool coming up here just to start us off. So getting that underway initially. Bring this around. And you have the probe just running about for a little bit, trying to see what else is going on. Just gonna see the couple drones gonna mine away. Probe coming through as well. That probe just moving about, seeing what we can get up to. Taking a few moments. As I see the probe moving around, just going to come across for a little bit, then we'll take a few moments, get set up. Just going to bring ourselves around for a couple seconds then, bring this into place, figure out what we want to try and do. And probe comes about, the drone's going to step around there as well, just trying to see a little bit of what's going on for a few seconds, get that into place. Drone's going to nibble at the probe. See what we can find. Yeah, a couple of overlords, the Queen and the Link Speed all coming by. We got the hatchery and a couple of extra drones on the way by as well. It's just going to bring that over. The probe is going to continue down the right side, so MaxPax just escaping out of here. Oracle and the Warp Gate all building up again. Link Speed drones and the Overlord coming online as we speak. Continue to bring this into play. Well, the Lings and the Queens continue to come about again. The Oracle and the Warp Gate coming in for a little bit, so we just have the Oracle providing high ground vision. The Stalker will chip away at that for just a few moments there, so a little bit of damage being done. Some work done at the moment. Bring that into play just for now. Queen's going to be there. Oracle gets pushed the other way. So again, checking that out of there. Pushing that away initially. Making sure nothing comes of this just yet. I have a feeling it's going to show up. A couple of Adepts going to be there to try and handle this as well. Just going to keep things pushed back for a few moments. Again, chasing that away. And making sure nothing else. This just for now, as we have the Oracle still active and a little bit more pressure into place. Just going to see the Oracle activate. The Nexus is going to be coming through. Again, set up for a couple of moments. And that resonating glaives continue to come about. The Forge and a few probes are coming up. The Spellcrawler, Lings and the Queens building as well. It's just going to get a lot of that online. We have the Oracle heading to the right-hand side. And try and take position here over the next few moments as well. Again, Nidus Network coming up, the Wings and the Queens all building, +1 attack, and most importantly, the Glaives coming through, so to see MaxPax aiming to be a little aggressive on this one, it would seem. So, getting that ready to rumble. It's going to see the few Lings stepping through, the Oracle's going to be there, we push that back, the Adepts are going to be good to play defense as well. And again, holding that back nicely, just for now. Not bad just yet. And the Lings come back over. Again, a couple of the gates and so gathering about the Cybercore. Stalker just going to be there fighting against those few Lings. And a few extra adepts coming through. That battery's still coming around. Do have the Nidus in the main base, though, and that's going to be where the aggression comes from. Now, Glaives is about to finish. You imagine that Glaives is going to help very much so against the Lings that are going to be here. Lambo's going to pull the drones back, build spines in the main. The Depths will be able to fight these Queens to some extent. Obviously, we do have some transfusions available. Some Lings going to show up, get onto some of the probes, try and keep them safe from the Adepts, I imagine. Lings are still pressuring on the right side, but they can't really break through just yet. 4 spines coming up here. Is that really going to be enough? Last few transfusions from these Queens. Then eventually we'll just have Oracles that can kind of fight this. We're going to try and kill every single Adept that we can, so just stream Lings into this. These last few Queens have held quite nicely. And we're about to have the spines to back this up as well, so we're about to have them to help us out here, like I say. It's about to be better than we'd perhaps expect. Okay, well, I'm just going to see the spines are going to press forward, so a few of them, more of them get in position. Some Adepts counterattacking on the other side. Lambo still mostly going to be focused in this main base. Spines are stepping forward. This main Nexus is going to be under fire soon. This cannon will go down. We need to keep these Queens alive because we need the anti-air against the Oracles. The Oracle's going to dive, recognizing that chance. The Queens start to run. They might need to jump into the Nidus network as they get low. Jumps in, jumps out. This other Oracle that's left nearby is actually going to get the energy recharge. Doesn't finish off a Queen. I think we're going to have a transfuse as well. 3 spines are still poking through. The Oracle's alive, pulling back. Lambo is still putting some damage on the right side. He's got Nidus over here with a Queen and a couple Lings. I would like to see just a couple more Queens, I guess, because again, the Oracles are really, I think, going to be the threatening part of this. A 4th Oracle on the way. And we're building 3 Queens at a time in fairness. We're going to maybe, honestly, build a Spore 2 here would be nice as well. Lambo's going to build even more spines, this time over toward the 3rd base. Again, the Oracle's activating. They get a bit more energy back. We're going to jump back out of the Nidus, trying to jump in and out of the Nidus as a way to force the Oracles to retarget. Going to lose another Queen, though, and again, I think the Queen's going down is such a massive issue, because without the Queens, you're losing so much. The main Nexus is going to go down, so we are going to kill this. MaxPax is reduced down to 2 bases, but so much of what Lambo has is extremely reliant on other things, essentially. Not really ideal. Well, I'm just going to be having the couple of Lings looking about. The Adept going to be there, being picked away at. And Blink coming through as well. There's going to be some the Oracle still gathering around. Yeah, Lings, Queen, Bane Nest, all coming up and running here for the next couple of seconds, so bringing that about as well. Hydra Den is going to build the Bane Nest coming through. It's on the way. The few Queens still pouring out. A few more Lings are going to step over as well. Just going to see these Queens going to jump onto this pylon. The Adepts are going to step up. The Stalkers are going to be right there. Just having the Oracles gathering together. And the Adepts and the Stalkers continue to come about. It's going to get rid of a couple of these Crypt Tumors as well. The Lings are still going to be nearby. The Adepts are going to step back. Adepts and the Stalkers are just going to pick the way through the Nidus network. Take that down. Lambo's still pressuring. We're looking to pressure onto this 6 o'clock base, but in kind of a weird game because MaxPax is a 2-base player where he's not typically meant to be, right? It is a big part of what this is going to come down to now, so that part is already going to be extremely interesting. What an interesting place for us to be in. It's going to be seeing a lot of this gathering up. Bringing around for a couple of seconds here, so bring this back over for a couple of moments. So the Adept's going to shade a few of those drones backing away. Making our way through this for a couple of moments. Going to be seeing the Lings actually going to get wrapped around these Adepts that have to recall, so they're going to be in trouble. Kill a bunch of that. However, the Stalkers are still going to be here, and we are going to finish off this hatchery, so Lambo, losing his base, going to have to rely on the other side instead. Going to have to work on that for the next few moments too, so we'll have to handle that over the next little bit. And the Just back around, figuring out what we want to try and do next here. Going to be seeing the few devs going to gather back up. I'm just going to be seeing the other units coming around. Again, settling for a couple moments. Just going to be having the Storm, the +2 attack upgrade coming about. Just going to be seeing the charge coming over as well. Ling's gathering up. Hydra Bane going to gather back around as well. Oracle going to throw a little stasis down. Lambo working his way around the top left. He's up 9 workers or so. He's up in army supply. MaxPax getting to Storm. When Storm is up, that's obviously, I think, going to make things a little bit more difficult here in general. So, time is kind of on a little bit to make something happen sometime soon. As the Depths just step away. The Lingbane Hydra still pushing to the bottom. The Stalker's going to be right there. And that Storm's over halfway done. Hydra Bane still coming up. As the Depths are going to get caught. One Ling getting caught in the stasis also there. So again, just going to be another nice catch. I don't think Lambo's going to break through yet, which is a shame because now Storm's going to be available. And the moment Storm is done, this entire aggression of Lambo becomes so much more difficult to pull off. So I really think that's going to be such a struggle at that stage. Now just the Ling stepping through. The Stalker's going to have to step away. Definitely in a bit of a trouble in some spot. I mean, again, stasis walls just keep dropping as well. They keep landing and doing so much work. Those are just a big issue. Storm coming down. Make our way over for a few seconds. Gonna figure out what we're looking to do here. And the rest of the Stalker's gonna fight. The few Zealots are gonna step through. And this part definitely doesn't feel great at this current point in time as we just kind of send this. Stalker's gonna come about. MaxPax's supply is looking brilliant, and it feels as though this game is gonna get closed out, and hence this Monday Cup gets closed out. Lambo doesn't have what he needs to knock his opponent down, and that will be that. GG's. That is going to do it for us on this one. MaxPax is going to take this series 3-1, and he's going to become the most winning Monday player of all time. Believe it or not. Amazing stuff. Congratulations to MaxPax. Very impressed by him. It's been a long time coming, kind of getting to this kind of most winning Monday player of all time. Like, this has been a little bit of a kind of a challenge for him, but he's going to make it 23 wins and 18 second places. Will overtake Clem's 23 wins and 13 second places as MaxPax finally gets it done. Yeah, there it is. He's going to be at the top of that table. Let's show it on screen. Why not? For a quick second here. This is what has just happened. MaxPax becomes the most winning player on the Monday table and is able to overtake. Lambo will join a bunch of guys who have made the finals one time. Creator Lambo, Mana, Seamus, and Skillets are one-time finalists that without a win. So this gets A, a little longer, and B, a little reordered, and that is a rare thing for both of those things to happen, so GG's. Alrighty guys, what we're going to be doing is on Twitch, we're going to be doing some sponsored content. We're going to be playing some Marvel Rivals for the next hour, so if you guys would like to hang around with that, we super appreciate it. It helps us out a whole bunch. The sponsorship is, this part of the stream is going to be sponsored by Marvel Rivals. There's a new 1v6 PvP. The Avengers mode is now live, apparently, so we're going to probably try that out. Yeah, I think we're probably going to try that out and jump into some Avengers-themed events. So yeah, this is sponsored by Marvel Rivals, and we're going to be jumping into this and playing through this for the next hour or so. That's going to be on Twitch only, so if you're on YouTube, I'm about to turn YouTube off. If you're on YouTube, come join us on Twitch, and it's greatly appreciated. Helps us out massively. And, yeah. Much appreciated if that's going to be what you want to do. So, I'm going to get this set up for you all. Turn that on. And, yeah, perfect. We're going to be doing this for the next hour or so, guys. So, Marvel Rivals. No, not quite Marvel Rivals. All right. Bye, YouTube. I'm actually going to turn you guys off while I remember to turn you off this time. I always forget to turn YouTube off when we do sponsored stuff. So turn YouTube off. Come join us on Twitch. It's always appreciated. Helps out a bunch. The sponsorship is powered by your viewership, guys. So even just stick around for 5-10 minutes. Helps us out a whole bunch as well.